Comedy Central. Oh, look, it's Mickey Mouse. I must be working for the Illuminati. Oh. No, it's just my sons. Yes, I know what it stands for, but it's my younger ones. But, you know, people get triggered. There's people getting triggered left, right and centre. I don't even know how this is going to come out of my mouth because I'm absolutely peeing myself with people's comments. Some people's comments and the response. I'm like... You know, when you look out there and you're like, what the hell are people on? What are they talking about? Who are they tuning into? Who are you watching? And who are you believing? Because I can see a lot of bullshit going on out there. I'm in one of them moods today. I'm like, Jesus Christ, Comedy Central. Comedy Central. Whoop whoop. Get on the internet. It's Comedy Central. I'll just wait for someone to comment. Oh. Cue's a psyop. Woohoo! I'm in one of them giddy moods, so I have to come on. It's funny how the people on Q are like quite nice, friendly, happy people, and the people who aren't are the ones who are screaming and moaning and in fear. Hi, Real. I called you Worldview, and Jill. Is there any usuals in there? Hi, Red Eye Jedi. I swear to God, Red Eye Jedi, I am... Wait till you hear what I've got to read. Oh my God, I don't even know where to begin. Well, I'll tell you what's going to go on at the end of this. People moaning and screaming and flip-flopping and jumping sides. What, because you want to be right? Or you just don't know within yourself what the hell's going on. Hi from California, sunny days. And Julie. The people who have stuck to Q from the beginning know what's going down. The people who don't really know, flip-flopping about, don't understand the codes, don't understand how it's all being done. It's like, what the hell are you on, people? Hi, Ian from Edinburgh, Scotland. So I just thought I'd do a chat about Q because there's a few new faces in here. Hi, D'Angelo. That might not know that I've been talking about Q from 2017 with all the other stuff I talk about because I'm a flexible person who likes to talk about spirituality and a load of other stuff, and believe it or not, Q brought me back to that. So that's funny because Q is part of the divine plan that some people don't seem to understand. But if you're looking too deep in the rabbit holes and you're not coming up from them rabbit holes, yes, Q is a psyop if you're doing that and you don't actually pull yourself out and keep going and keep flowing. It could be seen as a psyop, but it's not a psyop. I am well. It was a tool to help the people learn how to discern and how to research themselves, which a lot of people still aren't doing because I've been having comments and I can see people flitting and moaning and screaming and coming out with some really odd comments. It's absolutely unbelievable. Whatever Q is, it's woken an incredible amount of people up, and that's a good thing. Exactly, Worldview. Q has woke so many people up worldwide to the bullshit, and it doesn't matter who was awake when or whatever, and it doesn't matter to what level. Some people are only waking up to the level of the government or whatever. It's way beyond that. But that's all right because those people will catch up if they don't stay stuck in the rabbit holes. You've got to keep flowing, people. Q has assistance in the awake. Yes, sunny days. Q has has assisted in the Great Awakening. Yes, because it's part of the Great Awakening. It's not the Great Reset, even though I've said that word before, meaning our Great Reset, not their Great Reset. It's the Great Awakening. It's not called the Great Awakening for nothing. Hi, Dolly. Hi, everyone from North Wales. Hi, Belinda. So, if you're new, because I can see a few names, unless you just don't comment now and again, please just put a heart up if you're new, because I am going to go back to the beginning of my Q awakening, not my spiritual awakening. I just have to get back on that. My Q awakening, because I am going to talk about it. Hi, Sue. And then we're going to have a bit of discussion about something else. And then I'm going to read a comment out. And then I'm going to tell you what's going down with the military, that people are like, oh my God, we're going into civil war. Look at what the boats are about. And, you know, oh, hang on. These haven't been out for a very long time, but we've got to have a laugh with this, people, because there's too many people just in negativity, you know. I mean, I might as well put these on, aren't I? Yes, thereabouts. some military about, and you might be seeing planes and all sorts of things going down because, you know, civil war, people, civil war. I am the mainstream media. I am the mainstream media. People are like, it's like, oh, Jesus. Oh, I'm in one of them moods today. I'm in one of them. I'm watching people and I'm like, what are you going on about? I've been chilled. I've not been watching the news. I don't watch the news anyway. And if you want to watch the news, you only look at it to reverse it because you know that isn't what's going on. That's why you look at it. But I haven't been looking on my phone or anything because I'm chilled. I need more popcorn, people. I'm like, we all need to go on a massive workout after this because we've been eating too much popcorn, enjoying the show from the sidelines, like cheering all the newbies on that are waking up, like whoop whoop, and all the ones that are still asleep were like, really? Like, what you doing over there? They're literally trying to tell you in the mainstream media at some point now with shitty little things like the virus and William Shakespeare added that guy, and it, like, so much shit out there to try and wake people up, and people are still like, boom, boom, boom. Oh, thank you. Well, I'm coming with that vibe today because I'm like, oh my God, people. So, did anyone put a heart in? So, Belinda put a heart in. You're not new Red-Eye Jedi, you little porcupine. Yeah, Red-Eye Jedi. Well, like I said, I'll have to go back to my awakening because there'll be some people that haven't heard it. Our majority is so asleep in following the narrative. Yes, Mrs. Valerie there, buzzing. I'm buzzing my tits off. I'm laughing at people. I'm like, what? Seriously? Not being funny for the people who've been following me for a bit. My little tribe out there, we're all together. If you've been with me since the beginning of Q, or somewhere at some point, you'll know I have never wavered. Me and Roxanne, off Roxanne the Globalist and I, yes, she's my friend, we've never wavered in this. It doesn't mean we've got the dates right with stuff because there's a lot of stuff there. It is quite hard to get around the dates and things that happen, and so what if it's not bang on the date? So what? Doesn't matter. The truth's out there if you research yourself. We've never wavered. We've never actually really had to detract anything, and there's 45 in the House, 45th president's in. Actually, not really. Even with JFK Jr., because just wait. You know what I'm saying? Patience is a virtue, and everybody's moaning because the mainstream media said this, and the mainstream media said that. Why are you listening to the mainstream media? I don't know. Some people out there. So true, I can only feel comfortable in my home. Well, this is a thing, Emily April. The so-called lockdown's been a good thing in a sense. Hi, Danny, because sorry, not Danny Dobsby. Because it's keeping you away from all the ones that are like, bah. You know, the ones who aren't waking up, who you just think there's so much out there and so much that's happening in the media that they're actually taking the pee out of you, and you're still not seeing it. They've already said that the virus, the vaccine does nothing. It doesn't stop you getting it. It doesn't stop you giving it. It doesn't. And it's like, it was on this morning TV. It's like, hello, it's packing its bags at Christmas. It's having a holiday, but you still sat there going, yeah, but you know what? Are you going? What? It's like, oh, I'm here for a bunch of peace. Ah, lockdown's backfired as Peep socials are fine. Yeah, and lockdowns backfired because all anyone did really, if you were really getting in there, was researching basically. Hi Dolly, you're amazing. The information is starting to filter out. Trump's exclusive order 2018 is starting to take effect. I'm going to talk about that in a minute. Well, something in a minute. The fraud is inside today. I can't say that. The military investigations is happening now. Yes, it is, and this is what I'm about to talk about after my little chat with how I got into Q, just for the people who may be new. Now, it's all happening, people. People go, where, what, facts, when. All the people saying where, when. You need to go and research. I did my research at the beginning, and that's why I trust the plan. Not just the plan, because people are saying out there, it's not a plan. It is part of a divine plan. It's part of a plan within us as well. It's part of a plan that's been coming. So, that's all I'm saying. So, moderators, please let anyone know in chat. I'm just going to go with the flow now. I'm not going to get into chat until I've done this little spout on how I got into Q, and then I'm going to tell you my thoughts on the military and what's about to go down. You know, whether it got took to Supreme Court or not, that doesn't really matter. It started with military, it's going to end with the military, but some people are going, yeah, Well, you know what that means, don't you? If it's going to end with the military. Oh, civil war, they're coming for us. It's like, what? Oh, you need to go and research. You need to go back and research again. So, for those of you who don't know, I've been on YouTube for quite a few years. I don't know, I'm not counting. It's not one of them things I think I rack up and think, oh, you know, I've been on it this long and I'm racking my subscribers up, because my subscribers go up and down. They've gone down again. Who's bothered? Not me. It's mine. My channel isn't about subs and all that sort of stuff. So I don't know how long I've been on. Is it? I don't know. I don't know. A few good years. So I never saw the plan until now, and I've been listening to you from the airlines. Bravo, Dolly, you were right. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Nick. I'm just glad some people are coming over now and going, oh my God, what you were actually saying is coming to fruition. But I'll just go into how. Hi, Lynn. Hi, everybody. Hi, everybody. Right, I'm not going to look at chat now because you know I get distracted. Yeah, for the sidelines. So, in 2017, well, I just got on it in January, so Q started dropping like to the people. In 2017, I think it was November, October. I got on it just in the January, so it wasn't really that far off. And I was watching a lot of stuff going on in the UK with Tommy Robinson. We're not getting into that. I'm just saying this is where I was coming from. And I used to watch a lot that was going on in London, in oh God, what's it called in London where they all do the arguing in the park? Someone will know in chat. What's that park called in London where they all air their opinions and everything? A bit like what we're doing now, but in the park. I can't remember anyway. Whatever that park's called in London. And there was a lot of Tommy Robinson things going on and religious stuff and all that going on. And Hyde Park, with the Speaker's Corner. So there was a lot of people I used to watch, and that's where I first saw Roxanne before I even knew or met her, and a few other people. And there was different groups I used to watch, like someone called Jedi Girl, I can't remember anyway. But anyway, because this was a few years back now. And that's how I got to know Roxanne. Unbeknowingly, I didn't even know she was into Q till we met. But see, all the people I link up with all know about Q and Trump and all know what it's about. So it's not a coincidence these are the sort of people I was actually meeting. Yeah, I don't even know what they were called. So anyway, I'm not going to go into chat, so mods, please let anyone know that I'm not talking in chat. I'm not ignoring anyone until I get this out. So I did quite a few videos about Tommy Robinson, got quite high views on some of them, a lot of abuse. A lot of abuse, but I'm used to abuse because I get trolls. You know, I had trolls then I had them when I went through the whole sorry people out there, flat earth thing and all that, because I was going down all the holes and coming up and seeing what resonated with me and blah, blah, blah. And what resonates with me is a realm. I'm not really getting into that because, no, she's not Roxanne Flat Earth, she's Roxanne the Globalist denier. But I'm not getting into that, I'm just saying this is where people go. But I came out of that because I don't stay in things. And we were talking about Q then. We were talking about Q on her show. We had a little show called the Really Woke Show, which she still does another thing now. Even though we've parted off that, but we're still friends. And I was on there a few weeks ago. We still keep in contact, but she's doing her thing and I'm doing mine. But we're still mates because we're still part of this thing, you see. And then there's people that I've met over the times and been on different shows and stuff. So anyway, so I was doing all that. And then one day, I was getting upset about something. And my dad said, well, if you really want to know what's going on. My dad was in the army anyway, when we were younger. We were in the forces anyway. So my dad said, if you really want to know what's going on, you need to go and check this channel out called We the People 24/7. And it's an American channel doing this thing about Q. And I was like, Q what? What's Q? Anyway, there was people in there like the great Gran Torino, that's his YouTube channel name, which is a lovely Irish guy. Some of you will know him, Gran Torino. I went on his show ages ago. He does all the stuff that's going on in Ireland. And the great Daddy Dragon show, if you know Daddy Dragon's channel. And he used to see me in there all the time because they used to talk on the American show, sorry about the birds, and before they parted and just did their own thing. Hi. So, oi! So, she likes to answer back. So, I know, going bonkers. So, anyway, I started watching that and found out things I didn't know about. And I know there's people that have known about this, but it's a bit deep. I mean, a lot of people know about the government and certain things and kids going missing and blah, 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 blah. But this was, and I'm not going through it because I don't need to. If you've done your research, you'll know about what people saying, Pete's Gate, this, that, Nexium, all the satanic, yeah, well, it's all there. Don't need to talk about it. Because this is why I'm still talking as in, yes, Q's real. I don't need to go into that because I've been into it, been down the rabbit holes, but I came up. The people who stay there, the ones that are going to have problems. You sort of have to detach yourself from that stuff, but this is why we do this stuff, because it is all about the kids. Right, so, did all that, but on the first process of the first couple of weeks when I woke up to that shit, I was crying. It was like a dark night of the soul, but you have many of them anyway, because I've had many awakenings since that time. You know, and this will make you laugh because I'm telling the truth of all the rabbit holes I went down. So I was crying for 2 weeks. I couldn't function. I couldn't go to bed. I was constantly watching and watching and watching everything. But not just watching, because this is where people get it a bit wrong. I was researching myself into all sorts of different stuff with the Clinton, everything. Researching myself, looking at things, not just sat watching videos, actually doing the work. Me and my dad were doing the work as well. And then I was a little bit more madder then because I was going through the whole mad process when I used to talk about Q. And a load of people fell off my channel, but I wasn't bothered because I'm not interested in the people who don't want to look at the dark because they're in fear. And it's not nice. It's not nice, but this is why we're doing it. You can't have a new world and a new way or whatever you want to say is happening if we're not going to unearth what's been going on to get rid of it. We are not building on a foundation of death and deceit. We're clearing it all out with a big bulldozer and we are getting fucking rid of it. So it's all cleaned out, do you know what I mean? After going down the rabbit holes, you need to do some more ordinary stuff like what? Yes, you do, because you do. What I found is you come to yourself again and you come to your... I came back to, well, I can't say came back to spirituality like me, myself and spirit, and you could say source, God, whatever you want to call it, because I was already into that anyway. People thought it was a bit of a nutter, as in that's hence why my name's called Dolly Daydream, you know, head in the clouds with things. Always known there's energy there, always believed in a source, a God, universe, whatever you want to call it, doesn't bother me. But it brought me so much back to it, that the things that I film now and going about in the spiritual side of it, some people say it's not real, but you know, it's if you experience it, has brought me back to so much joy. So from all that pain, from waking up to Q and what was going on in this world, which some people say we're living on hell. We're not living on hell. We're bringing heaven here, right? It's a beautiful world. That's what people need to know. It's just because these things were happening, it seemed like hell. So I'm sorry, Q brought me back to myself. It brought me back to loving life, even though it's been a bit difficult this year, not with loving life, because I've been doing my own thing anyway. I've been keeping myself busy with my spiritual work, with my art and things that I make and all that sort of stuff, and that's from the creative anyway. But I know when we come out of this, which we are doing, I just can't wait to see people trusting each other again, loving each other again, getting out, connecting properly. Even people who used to be hermits, getting out and connecting and getting out. And it's made people, you know, out of the shadows, reawaken it. Yeah, out of the shadows woke a lot of people up as well. There's a lot of things that help people, you know, and in the lockdown, people were getting out more on walks that they'd never done before. They're going out biking, hiking, all that stuff, connecting again. Some people without even knowing. Atheists have probably turned into like non-atheists now, do you know what I mean? But anyway, going through it again. So, yeah, so I did all that, got upset. And then there was all different avenues I went down, like Flat Earth and ETs, but I've always been into beings as well, because I'm not talking about the space up there, I'm talking about the space around us, within us, different dimensions. That's the space I'm talking about, because if you don't know my other videos, you'll see a few things happening there. And I began to realise that Q was not just like the whole plan. Q is part of a divine, massive plan. And there's much more going on behind the scenes, and it blows my mind, like, oh my, like, wonderful. And there's much more going on and much more to learn, which is beautiful because it's exciting, but new things always scare people. Always scare people. A lot of people want to go back to the old way. They're like, we just want to return back to normal. That wasn't normal. That was control bullshit for those, controllers. Now, we're going to a brave new world. We're not talking about the new world that they put out in books or the New World Order, say, because they already know about that and how they put things in to make things sound like that. That's why there's a lot of people out there who fear when they hear certain sentences and lines, because they think it's like George Orwell's 19... Oh. My dad's got a top saying COVID, something like COVID 1984, make George Orwell fiction again, something like that. I was laughing my head off because people it's just unbelievable the bullshit people are coming out with at the minute. Yeah, like the huge cleanse, and we're going through it. Yeah, so after I got through all the disconnecting myself from that, talking about certain stuff, me and Roxanne talked about podestas and stuff like this. A lot of people forgot about what we were talking about a few years ago and had the videos brought down. We talked about podesta artwork and loads of other stuff. We were talking about the Red Shoe Society and all that. We were talking about all that ages ago. And then we came away from that because I don't need to talk about that anymore. I did my homework. I'm just talking as I'm going through my path and my spiritual journey. But I do hold very strong with Q and Trump because it's part of it. And obviously, if you look into the whole Q Trump thing with Nikola Tesla and his uncle and all that, you'll understand why. And the Looking Glass and loads of things that are going on, and it's absolutely bloody amazing, and the amount of people I'm seeing waking up now. But talking about my awakening, I went through all that. So there's more to it, but a quick thing, and I went through all of it, went through all the emotions, anger, where you want to smack everyone round the head with a, what is it, red pill, whatever. You want to smack everyone round the head, and then you realise you can't wake people up. And like you said, we're not going to tell the people, we're going to show them. Well, that's what's happening now. They're being shown. Some people still can't see. It's like, oh, yeah, trust the apocalypse. The apocalypse means thinning of the veil, seeing through the bullshit, basically. So, like I said, then I came into my own spiritual path, and I can still talk about Q and Trump because it's still part of that. But so many people have wavered on this, and some people who are insecure fell off because they're watching shitty people out there with shitty videos who don't know what they're talking about, and then they waver. Anyone who's putting fear out there are probably bullshitting because it's not a fearful thing. Anyone screaming on about civil war and all that, it's not going to happen like that. I'll tell you what's about to happen. Yeah, everyone will go on about, Supreme Court and all that. Well, it got chucked out, but it's not for Supreme Court, actually. Hi, Effie, it's actually for military tribunals. Always was. It started with military because it's the military that brought Trump in, and it will end with military. Now, some people go, oh my God, yeah, but that means civil war. Civil war, people. It's like, what? Because you've heard that planes are flying about and there's boats docked up and stuff. It's to get the shite asses like Antifa and that when this is about to drop. Because what Trump is going to put out is something called an Insurrection Act, which is, if I've got that name right, which is allows the military to work with the police and US Marshals and so on and so forth. And that's where people will freak out because you've been told in the news, the Marshals, they're coming for us, they're going to give us vaccine. No, they're going to be working with the police because they need to be worked with because they've been a bit shitey-arsey and some don't know what's going on. To work with them to get these people. So people who've been in Antifa, sorry if you're one of them, and people like that, they do know who you are. And all the people who've been working for the bad side, they do know who you are. So they're coming after you. And that's why it's going to be a quick swoop. It's not going to be a civil war carrying on for months and months and years. No, it's not. We've already been in civil war. We're already in frigging war. We've been in a war since God knows when, but you just didn't know it because it was a silent war. War on your mind, that's what it's all been about. War on your minds. Brainwashing and all that stuff. Just like the MSM are still doing. And just like the guy who was on Roseanne Barr the other day that I was talking about said, hi, CJ. The MSM have the power to shine the light on the shit, but they haven't been doing. Why? Because they're part of the shit. They'll also get taken down, because like you said, the mainstream media will get taken down. This is what this is about as well. So when people start screaming on about the military, you really need to know what you're talking about. Military tribunals, it's to do with treason and everything, so it can't go to, the Supreme Court. It has to go to military. That's when the real shift is. Yeah, spiritual war. So we've been saying for ages, the storm coming, the storm's here. Actually, get that bit wrong. The storm was coming. It is about to hit. We thought we were in the storm with the virus. It's not. It's about to happen. So all those people that are screaming out, I've just got to read this silly comment out. I'm not going to say who said it because they might be watching or whatever and they can moan about it. But at the end of the day, it was the most laughable comment I've ever heard. I don't know what this person is watching, but this just shows you. There was people who were onto Q ages ago and they fell off because of certain things. There's people who are coming into Q, but they still don't know. There's people who just come into Q and they're very queued up. And there's some people who just come into Q and they haven't got a clue. And I've said before, be careful who you're watching. Because there's been loads of people out there like that Steinbert, somebody, whatever his name was, he was full of crap. That wasn't Q. So just let me read this comment because I thought this is how people are. I mean, what the hell? Somebody put, Q is a quantum computer. Oh, wow. Under Denver Airport, made by the CIA Black Hats. The White Hat took it over. It was hacked by the Black... It's the end of this comment that I had to laugh at. It's been hacked by the CIA. The White Hat took it over. It was hacked by the Black Sun Chinese family. The Kraken is the fifth... Hang on. The fifth, what was it? The fifth battalion or something, which Flynn used to command. Flynn has spoken out and said they will fight for the Constitution, civil war, all predicted by the Great War on Earth. Q is the Red Queen, a deity. Now they're coming out with an alien disclosure, which Gina Marie has plenty of proof on, and all the ships coming out. Yeah, I've seen bits like that, but whatever. The war in the heavens has begun. Well, the Great War on Earth is no longer a silent war. It hasn't been a silent war for ages. It's been a civil war right across the nations. Why do you think Trump has an aircraft carriers and submarines placed all around America? China has set up camp in the Arctic. Russia went to Antarctic to help Trump stop an invasion with many warships. The ship's about to kick off. All predicted. It's not about who's right or who's wrong. It's about following facts. It's not about who's right or who's wrong. It's about good versus evil. And there are a load of facts out there on Q, and Trump is part of Q. Wrong. About following facts. Not a quantum computer. Q, the Red Queen. The meek shall inherit the earth, meaning the ones with no souls. Also in Oxford study on the COVID vaccination, 10 students died and 72% of people reported lack of emotion and feelings and feeling of a non-reality. It was this bit that made me laugh. A non-reality. Their souls have been kicked out, all hidden from the world. UK vaccine comes from Germany, Hopi prophecies. It's 100% accurate. First signs of sorrows was the Italian floods, Rome built on the sand. Melania, this was the bit where I thought, oh my God, what are you going on about? Melania was given to Trump by Putin years ago as a present they called the Honeys. I was like, right, we all know we've been in a silent war, but we're not going into civil war. It's not going to be all kicking off and everyone's going to get killed and this, that and the other. Military are coming in to help work with the police to find the shit asses. Yeah, the meek have souls. I was like, sounds like they've been watching Kim Possible. Who's that? I don't know. I'm just saying this. People are watching some people who've got things mixed up as well. Do you know what I mean? Where it's just like, oh, for God's sake, Q is actually part of a military team. Do you know what I mean? People involved in it as well. And it's just like, I mean, that could have been taken anyway. Like I said, when you write something, it looks like something else. But there's a lot of people following people who just spout a load of crap out. I'm not worried about military coming anywhere. Like I said, we knew this was going to happen. So the ones who know are just pretty chilled out about it. She was on Charlie Ward, A Real Piece of Work. Oh. Who's she then? I don't know. I didn't even know his channel was still going. I've not even seen it pop up. Yeah, Astral Thief. You do lose friends over Q because they just think you're batshit crazy. And I mean, for one, the mainstream media have already reported that Q was a cult and a what was it, terrorist and all that. So that's them as well. And you're still getting people screaming about it like it's a quantum computer under Denver Airport. You know, there's a lot of shit under Denver Airport. But yeah, that's what I mean. Even Charlie Ward said that. Us lot who know about it are like just watching it happen. It's like, and they live, you just put your glasses on now and again and you go, yeah, I'm watching people's comments. I'm watching people on the internet. I'm watching people out here, people out there, lose their shit. Yeah, I'm not surprised it keeps getting closed down. Hello, Dolly, do you have any suggestions as a source for research on Q? The thing is, Kathy, yeah, a lot got taken off, but the thing is, it's done, really. If you're trying to get on Q now, it's really a bit late. Just have faith that things are going to work out and start getting in tune with yourself. Don't be looking at the stuff. Chill out. No, be aware. Be aware of stuff because obviously you want to be aware of stuff, but don't get lost in them rabbit holes. You really don't need to go there. Really don't need to go there. Watching a movie, we've already won. Exactly, Mark. This movie is already, this thing has already been played out. Heaven is here. It's already been done, but it has to roll out. It's like a movie. That's why we've said, eat your popcorn, watch the show. I'm watching the show. I'm not involved in any of that anymore. I'm watching it. I'm loving it because it's playing out no matter what, and nothing can stop what's coming. So it doesn't matter how much we shout out. At the beginning, we were shouting out to wake everybody up, wake people up, wake people up. That's already happening. It's already still happening. The amount of people I've been saying for months and months and a couple of years that are waking up to that are waking up to that. They'll also have a few more awakenings, your spiritual awakening if you're not on that yet, blah, 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 blah. There's so many, but hi, Caesar Q, we are all the wild. We are the wild. Right, listen, yeah. So, do you know what I'm saying? Just chill out, enjoy. Especially enjoy Christmas, people. Late again, hi. The aliens that decided that we weren't ready for these news. Is going around us at the moment, but the time will come. Well, for the people who might not believe in ETs and all that, I do believe in beings. Hi, Fiona. I'm not saying from space, I'm saying from different dimensions, different states of consciousness and stuff like that. And how I think disclosure is coming, it's already happening. I was on Instagram the other day and a girl that I'm watching who's spiritual, that she was just talking about this dream she had and this thing that happened, and I was like, yeah, well that, and she, I believe, personally, this is just me speaking out loud, people can resonate, not resonate, doesn't really matter. It's already happening and it's going to happen with we the people, or so you're going to start having experiences when you're tuning in, and that will happen more and more and get stronger and stronger. So it doesn't matter what anyone else is saying or what the government tried to say it wasn't or was or not, you're going to know. And because more people will be having these experiences, it's all going to link up and join the dots. And then I think if anything did happen in the future, we all wouldn't be in fear. Yeah, space is water. Exactly. I've always said that. This is water around us. It's just very tiny molecules. I've said this before, like the orbs when they come in. I've always seen, we're very dense here. So we have like denser waters, fluid, and then we have this one air, but it is still like water to me. It's just very the molecules are so tiny, the particles, so it's not like, if anyone gets that, I know what I'm talking about. Water's above, water's below, so water's within, water's without. We have water within us as well, so it all connects together, and that's why when you go within you can communicate. So when I put my orbs up, I'm not interested in people who say it's dust and it's this and it's that. It's like, well, that's what you believe, that's not the experience of my mouth, and you don't get flashing orbs that come towards you or communicate by flashes when you ask them to. Water holds memory. Water is conscious, about Dr. Emoto, so that would make sense, wouldn't it? So when you're talking to the ethers around you and the ethers within you, It's going to communicate and hold information, just like crystals. Crystals to me are like frozen forms of water that hold energy and information from whenever. Do you know what I'm saying? That's personally just how I see it and how I explain it. And I've said this before. Yeah, Mermaid Dolly, well, I am a Pisces, so I am a fish, so I do swim in the waters, the celestial cosmic waters. Do you know what I'm saying? People get a bit triggered by that, but I am. What can I say? Outer space. Yeah, and I always think about the film Inner Space. They put them people in inner space inside a body, didn't they? Inner space. Within a dome, maybe. I'm only saying. That's why the moon affects. Yeah, so if the moon affects the waters, they say the oceans, it also affects our oceans within. So all makes sense to me. All makes sense. And this whole Q thing pushed me back into other stuff where everything from my past, it's like I've gone back in a time machine looking at my past going, you know, as Q's always says, future proves the past. Past proves the future. I'm like, oh my effing God. Everything from then makes frigging sense now. Everything I was onto or believed as a kid near enough. The witchy stuff that I'm into, which means wise, and I'm just going to put that out to people who fear, because there is a dark side. I wouldn't say that, yeah, dark side to that, you know, good magic, bad magic, it's just energy. Which means wise, it means wild, it means wise. People who are wild don't want to go with the so-called control systems. Wise people who have a knowing, not a, I want facts and figures, I need to see facts and figures. It's a knowing within, which I'll be talking about more and more and more and more, going back to my chats I used to do and re-going over the chats I used to do. The stuff that I've always been into that people freak out about makes more sense to me now. It's like, oh my God. It is what I always thought it was, even those fantasy films I used to watch as a kid. And someone was shouting out The Labyrinth the other day, which I did a rundown ages ago, that at the ending, you have no power over me. When you put your power sort of structure up, your protective bubble, you can also say, you know, you have no power over me. I can't even remember who I was watching. I was like, yes, because they don't. But they brainwash us to think they do with certain things they do in lettering, when we get red writing and capitals, as we all know. Saying to someone the other day, we are on sea law, you know, and they were like, what? I went, that's why it's a birth certificate. And we should be on land law. And whoever I was talking to was like, what are you going on about? I went, no, it doesn't matter. You know, when you go to court, it looks like a boat. I said, doesn't matter. It's all coming anyway, whether people believe it or not. So that's why I'm chilled out. I'm like, I don't even have to be arguing with people. I'm not even bothered anymore. I'm just sitting back, watching the Earth show that's going on. That is beautiful. I feel so sorry for people. And I'm going to play something in a minute. Alpha Sonny and a woman called Joanne Hull, I think it was. I'm just going to show you a bit of this because I thought, women, the divine feminine rising here. Two women, and I'm only going to show you a bit of it, but I thought exactly what they were saying about just a few bits going on and just the way they said it. And I thought, brilliant, because I think Sonny's only just recently woke up not long ago, but she's on it. And I think Joanne, has been on it probably like me. Yeah, it was really good, wasn't it? So I'm just going to show the people who may not have seen it a bit of it, because these two women were brilliant, and it just shows you at the end of the day, you know, like I said, nothing has made me waver at this. I've not seen anything that's made me, like, if anything, I've held strong onto. This is one of the things in my life I held strong onto. So, yeah, we are the wild English patriots. We are the wild. The wild ones. That's why I say we're all witches and wizards at the end of the day for the light team, by the way, because we're not the ones who can be controlled. We're not the ones who are going to sit down and shut up. That's why they did all the witch burnings years ago. The women and maybe some men that, you know, worked with nature and knew about energy and they didn't want to go along with the church bit which was coming in, if you get what I'm saying. People even have freakouts about pagan. It's like, that was like Christianity before Christianity, like before, and you know what I mean? So, yeah, we stand in our power. And this is why I'm saying, I'd have more respect for people who, they don't have to agree with me, even if you don't believe in Q, but make your mind up. You're either not into it or you're into it. You're either for that side or that side. There's no sitting on the gate anymore, sitting in between. It's like this thing of, It's good versus evil at the end of the day. It's not sitting on the fence, oh, well, I'm just going to go with the team that's winning so I look good. No, I've always been for this, and even if it wasn't coming out now, but, do you know what I mean? I'd have more respect for people who stood in the truth, and if they didn't believe in it, then that's what they should stick with. Stop wavering and saying, oh, yeah, no, no, oh, no, I don't know now. It's like, what, you obviously don't know about yourself then, do you? So I'm not bothered at the people who don't think it's real. Good for you. I've got more respect that you stand with your truth in that then. But people who waver, I'm like, can you not make your mind up? I have respect for myself. I do have respect for myself because I think, do you know what, Dolly? You've stood strong. You've not wavered to know, wavered. You've stood strong with something. And even if we were wrong, at least we stood strong to it. But I know we're not wrong. So Q gets more real every day. Thank you, John. The thing is, Q has got more real every day as it's gone on and gone on and gone on. And that's why I've seen more people waking up, more people coming to my channel going, oh my God, what you were saying years ago. And I'm like, I genuinely wouldn't have been putting anything out if I thought it was a bit dodgy, or I had this feeling within me that was making me think, I'm not sure. If I wasn't sure, I wouldn't be talking about it as strong as I have done in the past. I don't talk about it much now because I'm just enjoying it. I'm enjoying my life and watching the show come out. Yes, I come on here to talk because I love talking about all my other stuff and doing my cards and all that sort of stuff and things that will be happening in the new year. I'll always be chatting on here because I like to chat to people, and I think people need that energy of people realising there's people like me and other people that can talk about this and they're happy and they're in a higher vibrating consciousness and they're not screaming out, so they're helping people calm down in these times. That's what I'm here for at the end of the day. So let me just show you this. I'm going to try and shut up because you know what I'm like. But Sonny and Joanne were absolutely brilliant, so you've got to go and check this channel because they're absolutely brilliant. She's soulology people at the end of the day. Stop flitting and take responsibility for which side you're on. I'd have more respect. Yeah, it is a knowing. It's a knowing, and it's so hard to say to people it's a knowing. What do you think? It's a knowing. It's not nothing to do with facts and all that. It's too left brained. It's a knowing. So, let me just find this. Q is a selection of people, some with very high vibration, yeah, you just never know. Yeah, I think that as well. Oh, thank you, English Patriot 70. Well, I've noticed I've been coming into a lot more spiritual things. I'll talk about this in a minute. And the people that I'm linking up with also know this. And you do actually know that I'm not an atheist at the end of the day. So there you go. I'm not an atheist. And if you know it now in more times than anything, with the lockdown and everything, I bet more people have prayed to something than they ever done before because they're like, oh my God, like, please stop this. Do you know what I mean? So you probably even had atheists who've been praying. Yeah, and thank you for saying that, English Patriot 70, Warrior Angel. There are a lot of Warrior Angels out here because we don't take no shit. And that doesn't mean, that's not very angel-like or spiritual, is it? No, it's actually spiritual to speak the truth. And not look at the dark, because you all have the dark within you. And like I said before, you can't have a new world, whatever you want to call it. I'm not talking about what they were trying to bring in, our new world of a high state of consciousness where these things won't be going on and we can all get on and build this, what we want, what we've always wanted. We're not building it on dead, hanging energy. We need to sweep it all out. So sorry, you're not strong enough if you can't do that. You need to be strong, but there's people who are. There's different, to me, there's different ripples of starseeds, light workers that woke up. Those, you know what I mean? And there's ones that like get out the way, we're the strength ones. You can sit there, meditate, we're coming in and we're speaking, because some of these people don't speak. That's not saying they're not wrong or they're not doing it. You're all doing it, by the way, because you are all of the light. But there's some people who are in fear to speak. Well, like, we will speak. We will speak. You do your meditating, we do it as well, but we're speaking. We are speaking. If you've noticed, a lot of people, like, if you watch Mark Atwood, Sonny and people like that, is it CJ, JC? I always get a name mixed up. It's just this thing where we have to come on and speak, and it's like, I can't not come on. It's like, sometimes I'm tired and I'm like, yeah, but I have to go on. I just feel like I have to go and speak to the people. Just have to. Sometimes, I don't read scripts. I just come on and speak my mind. So we are the creator beings we are now. Yeah, and a lot of people are manifesting quite a lot as well. So standing in the truth without fear and doing everything through the heart is the answer. Yeah, JCK is awesome. Yeah, she is awesome. And that's the thing. It's all my intentions. I get triggered and stuff. I don't say I don't because I'm real. But at the end of the day, my intentions behind it all are because of the children and because of the things that are going on. I'm not standing for a world that we're going back to that. We're not going back to that. We're not going back to that. Let's go back to normal. That ain't normal. I ain't going back there. There is a planetary shift. There is a shift going on because it feels like parallel universes at the minute. This big split of people who are like, who can't see anything, and the people who can see like everything going on, they're like, oh my god. So yeah, Mark is a good man. We love you and thank you. Yeah, thank you. We love you and your lovely, fun, creative style. Well, I'm just me. Do you know what I mean? With my personality and what I bring, and everyone's different and does it in their unique own way. We're on this together, but we're individual at the same time. We're not meant to be all like this. We're individual with individual personality things going on. But when the shit hits the fan, we come together. I've been on a few shows and it's been fun, and hopefully maybe I'll get on a few more in the future. But I do my own thing, I hold my ground on my own show. Do you know what I mean? I've not learned how to get people on my show yet, but like I said, I hope that'll change in the new year. For the people that I resonate with and the people that I've spoke to as well. Hi, because the people that I have linked up with, funnily enough, all the people I speak about and I've shouted out before I didn't even know, are all Trump supporters and they're all into Q, or even if they're not bothered about the Q, they know that Q is a good movement because it's woke people up. So if it's woke people up, it can't be a bad thing, can it? So that's all I'm saying. Stuart Wild says, we are the fringe dwellers creating the new world. Exactly. Fringe. So I'll shut up now and play this video. But I've been pretty high vibrational all the way through this. I'm looking forward to 2021. Bring it on, that's all I can say. So, bring it on. Right, where's these lovely ladies? So we're going to play a bit of this, not all of it, but we're going to play a bit of it, and then you can go and watch it if you haven't seen it because it was absolutely brilliant. So here we go. Who is God? God is in the Bible about the system, the world order as it is now. God sees everything you do. These are smartphone cameras, spies, neighbours, and CCTV cameras. Well, yeah, but I don't fall into all the fearing stuff though. Do you know what I mean? So, we've got that thing going on. Ooh. I guess what I was watching last night. V came on telly. No, V. The alien thing from years ago, which I was told I wasn't allowed to watch when I was little. We were watching a bit of that last night. I was like, well, not all bad, but we were laughing at the effects. It was pretty funny. Anyway, I'm gonna shut up.
And we are recording, I think.
Hi! Again!
I always have this uncertainty that is it working? My technical skills? Yeah.
I think we're working.
Thank God.
I think we're on.
How are you, darling? Good to see you.
And you, lovely to talk again.
I know. When was the last time we had our first show? Absolutely shocked about everything that was going on in the world, screaming like I knew everything. And the 2 months ordeal that
Sonny, I think, just woke up this year, so obviously she's doing the whole streaming thing. You're going to have to ignore the birds because every time they hear the bloody phone, that's it, or this.
face, and there's you having
Hi,
a
Effie.
journey for years and years and years.
So just listen.
And I know I say this quite often to people like yourself, Joanne, but I really admire that because I don't know if I could cope. I don't know if I would have been able to cope, knowing all the things you know. And you've had an incredible journey in all sorts of ways.
Yeah, and as Universal said, prairie studies, academia, skills, woke people, I'd say awake people, like yourself, can decode the whole Bible and people will stop thinking that God is up there. Yeah, God is within us. God is within us.
I think, for me,
I know that.
If the viewers don't know, I'm an animal communicator.
It's all around, omnipresence.
I help people
within everything.
Their animals. That's my job. And a farmer. So I've got a veggie farm because I'm vegan, obviously. But I think for me, it's been an experience of a lifetime, and I didn't plan to be a truther.
I didn't.
it just led me to this, like you, everything has built up to lead you to this point in life. And whether
Like you, everything that is built up to lead you to where you are in life, definitely.
that's because I've got a platform on social media, I don't know.
Yeah.
But I could not. And you know, I want to say to all the truthers out there, it's very, very brave to put your head above the soil and go, hi,
Sure
I'm
is.
here and I'm saying what I'm saying, because you will get shot down.
Yep.
People don't want to hear the truth.
I've been shot down.
So it's very brave of the truthers out there to do it. And not, you know, you put everything on the line to say your truth. And I think the most important thing is to just stay true to yourself. And if you feel that is your truth, you say it. If you were wrong, it doesn't matter.
See what they say in a minute about, you know, if you're not interested in people talking the truth like I talk mine on here, you shouldn't be watching. Like I said to a few people that were trying to troll me and go on their channel and stuff. It's like, what you watching me for? You speak your truth and I'll speak mine. Do you know what I mean? That's the easiest way to do it.
Because you're putting your truth. And it's really important to stay on that sort of line. And I know, Alfie, you've done such a brilliant job. And yes, I've been in it a while, but it doesn't matter, because every new day is a new truth to me. So I'm as new as you are. It doesn't matter how long I've been in it, every day. And not one of us saw
I've got my own seeing eye, universal.
the twists and turns. We know the ending. And, you know, I've heard Charlie say it before, and I've heard others say it. We know the ending to this story, and it's beautiful, but we don't know how we get there. We've got an idea, because I've followed Q for so long. But even with the drops,
I know.
nobody prepared me.
No.
And it's just fascinating. And I think that you've just got to stay on, you know, on that lane and talk truth, your truth.
Yeah. Yeah. You
And I
definitely.
think you're doing a great job. Great
No,
job.
likewise, you know, I think with yourself, you know, you're really good at deciphering information, and you've done a wonderful show with Charlie Ward where you got so many views because of the executive order that you realised just straight after the election. And I watched that, and I think for people watching that for the first time, and I urge everyone to go and watch it on Charlie's channel. It was just explained
love that
so
bird.
well, and you articulate yourself really well, Joanne. You appeal to everybody, so that helped me a lot with understanding Nisara and Jasara. Because to be fair, I've been in my own sort of my own role in this journey, where it's just raising that awareness about the children, as you know, and I've kind of been very sensitive to that and quite emotional. I've been keeping up.
And that's why I had to detach myself from that. I'm not forgotten about it, detach myself, because if you don't move from it, you could stay really stuck with that sort of really sad, depressing energy, if you get what I'm saying.
With what's going on with Nisara, Jasara, and everything with the Trump and the Q movements now. But originally I started that way, so keeping an eye and tabs on everything, you're right. You just don't know which way this is going to go. The twists and turns are
How old is this interview? It's like today. Oh, yesterday, today.
insane. I mean, look where we are right now with the post-election. So, and I believe you wanted to speak about a few things today.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
on that
she is
point,
beautiful
I
soul.
think it's really important
Beautiful.
to remember that, you know, you gave me a nice compliment there, and I'll take it. Thank you very much. But, and I will say, I'm the worst at decoding stuff. Like, seriously, the worst. But what I've realised is, from day one of the Q drops, we were in a military school. So all those that have been following Q have been taught how to decipher things. And honestly,
As I said at the beginning.
I used to look at people and go, how on earth did they get to that point? How did they understand this? Because it goes over my head. I should be blonde. No offense, blonde. But I am really an airhead. With
I am.
hair. And I think that all it did, it teaches you to look elsewhere.
Of course it does.
We look at a 3D world, so we'll look at something.
Like we say, you look at mainstream media or you look at something, it teaches you to go and look elsewhere. So you're not just reading mainstream media and looking at that, because we all know a lot of it is crap. So the naysayers, again, you're wrong.
The military team, they have taught us through these years
Yeah,
to
Mark.
maybe look elsewhere. So if one thing comes up, have a look around the corner. And that's all it was. It was literally,
Two.
I'm not going to say it was a fluke, because it wasn't, because I did the research. But I went round that corner, and to my surprise, there was the information. So what I'm trying to say is we have all, not me, all have been in this military school without even realising it.
Yeah.
And Q has taught people how to look outside the box, how to go round that corner and see things that we would never.
That's what
even
Q was
notice.
for.
And it's been.
And Q was for that, so you could all see for what is coming. Not because, yeah, we've been shouting out about it and it's woke people up and help them, but nothing can stop what's coming anyway. It's just so you could see it and enjoy it. Sit back and watch the show. That's what a lot of us are doing. Some people are still screaming out. People who've probably just come into Q are probably starting to scream out. I know that because I know friends that have just recently come into it this year and they're still in the angry phase. And it's like, look, it's happening anyway. Don't get too... It doesn't matter. Don't be arguing with your family now. It doesn't matter. They're going to see. They're going to see. I'll read out the Brave New World thing. They're going to see the light in the end anyway. They can't stop what's coming. 2020 is actually awesome. It is if you look back. It is if...
Incredible. Now, could I do it
Still
again?
got time for something
Probably
big
not,
to
I don't
happen.
know.
Christmas.
My training paid off. I don't know, but everybody who's followed Q has been in the same school.
Yep.
School, because without that we would never be where we are now today. There's so many.
And I just want to laugh because it says military school. It just makes me laugh because we was in the military as kids. I just like to say that.
People awaken to what's going on.
Yeah.
There's so much going on, as you know, that it's just mind blowing. And I don't know which way they're going to go. I mean, we know roughly because obviously
Yeah, Effie.
the Q drops have led us to that point. We don't know the twists and turns, what they've got up their sleeve, and we all try and guess what's happening. And yes, we're wrong sometimes, and that's really important to acknowledge that. And if
Yeah.
you put something out there, it's your truth, as I said. And sometimes we get it wrong. Sometimes we get it right. So and I think it's really important for those watching.
Because you've got to remember with Q as well, a lot of the codes we try to interpretate it and sometimes it can come out about. But it's happening. I'm just visual attack. Wow. Got the green on. Got the green on. Over here anyway.
Charlie, whoever it might be, they have to.
They've got a blanket over the bird cage. She ain't bothered. She hears this. She wants to get in on it. Nana! Oi! You naughty bird. Ooh, I'm seeing orbs. Hang on, I'll go and give them a little bit more food. They've got a bird. Yeah, digital army. Yes, hang on a minute. No, she wants to be on camera because she's a pain in the bum. Pain in the bum. She's got a new house, Trump Towers, and she's still not bloody happy. Listen, you're not getting on camera. It's not bird TV, you know. It's not bird TV. It's not all about you, birdies. You're too squawky. You can come on another time when you're doing your towels, yeah? Well, stop screaming then. There you go. Stop being silly. Nobody wants to hear it. It's too late. You eat your seeds and stop being daft. Stop it now. Probably won't. See, she just likes to answer back.
Do their own research. We can only give what we think we see or we've decoded, but it doesn't mean to say it's real, as in it's our truth, but we might have gone off slightly wrong and it's not the real truth. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, with that, I just definitely agree with you.
I think we need to be careful.
When we're privy to some information, my take on it is, like yourself, I stand.
Right. Going upstairs. To the boudoir. Yeah, because you're too noisy. If anyone's got any bird tips, because she actually is getting on my nerves with the whole wanting to get on camera business all the time. And it's quite annoying. So what we'll do is, in the dark. And I can't be that loud because Finny's in bed. But what I'll do is, I'll situate you here. And I'll just go and get my phone. Like I did the other day. You're gonna have to hang on a minute. Ooh. Right. Have to wait a minute. Lighting's going to be a bit dark, but that's okay. So I'll just sit here instead. Looking at my funny pillow over there, my sleeping pillow. It's really weird shape. But I forgot my drink. I'm going to have to go and get that. Hold on, people. The one constant chat is always a complainer. Why is someone complaining? Ooh, I don't know. Right, I'll be back again in a minute. Yeah. I wouldn't just come upstairs all the time because of the birds, you know what I mean? And you know, you get in chat sometimes like, you know, after, oh, your birds are annoying. It's like, look, just get with the programme and listen to what people are saying instead of complaining. There's always complainers. Q was a step up to get some people ready for the awakening. Q took our fear and gave us hope. Yes. There's a lot of people who say out there, you know, Q gives false hope. Q doesn't give false hope. And they say people who are in it, you know, giving false hope. I've never given false hope. It's made me very strong in my path, very strong in my knowing, very strong in what it actually is. Why the hell would you want to be listening to people who are fear-mongering all the time, who are scaring people all the time, so it brings them down in their energy, because everything is energy? Why? You need people who are uplifting you, who are standing in the truth. We're not saying we're right all the time about everything, but we know there's shit going on. We know it's a time for healing. One of the biggest things I've ever said is to heal. Yeah, maybe. You know what I mean? So, just let me keep playing this.
What you say there, because it is like, well, we might get it wrong. This is us doing our research, and we may have, you know, come across something that's not accurate. It's helping all of us to employ that mentality of discernment and also going within the gut to say, look, something feels off here. There's a lot of controlled opposition going on. And so we're having the speculation about A.G. Barr. We were seeing stuff about Tucker Carlson. And there was like, is he white hat? Is he controlled opposition? Now A.G. Barr coming out and saying that, you know, well...
It's like most of us have gone through all that stuff with that fear of that, and we're over it. So we're like, it's okay. Others are going to get over it because we did. Yes, shit things have happened, but... you know, we're doing it.
The voter fraud hasn't been proven yet, or, you know, there isn't any. They shocked a lot of people. It throws people off kilter.
And it
so
did.
People in the truther community, they're not, well, some are saying our way is the best way, and that's that. And that's fine. You know, if you feel aligned with that person, that's great. Some like for myself, I don't label myself anything. You know, people ask me, "Are you Q? Are you a truth?" I'm saying I'm Alpa, and I've come on this journey, and I've woken up, and I want to get to the. You know, I'm going with these twists and turns, and very much like what you said. We may not be right, but then go ahead and do some more of your research. But I still get shocked with some of the things that happen. So
yeah, absolutely. And going back to Bar, that really shocked a lot of truthers because the media, we got caught back up into the media again.
Caught back up into the media. See, when you get caught back up in the media going, oh, this has happened, that's, and you get caught up in the media, a lot of people do that even on Q, and then start screaming. It's like, it's the media. Hello? You're getting caught back up in it again out there.
And so they got on this bandwagon saying, bars, bars this, bars that.
Yes, you do, Matt. You need to understand to follow Q. And there's a lot of people out there who go and they don't understand Q. They weren't there at the beginning. They don't understand how many levels there is of it, like how many layers and how deep it is in the coding. And they see they don't.
It's a black cat, blah, blah, blah. However, what they miss.
And a lot of people who say it's a psyop are the ones that don't understand it, probably can't even be bothered looking, just in case they're wrong. And there's that much information they'd have to go over to see stuff has been happening behind the scenes. It's just because mainstream media aren't reporting on it. To all the factual people, if I want facts, I want this, go and research properly. But like I said, it's not much point now. It's here. The storm is about to hit. It's all been done. They can't stop what's coming no matter what happens, no matter what the news says, and they'll get taken down in the end anyway. That's probably what military operations are for as well. They got told the last one, the mainstream media will be taken down.
Just taken a step back and waited, it was taken out of context.
Yeah.
So I'm still on the right side of Bar, myself as a truther, but we'll see. I mean, we don't know, but there's plenty of people out there that if they don't agree with what you're saying, or if it turns out to be false, because we are human and we are trying our best to find the truth ourselves. There's plenty of people to cross-reference, and I really advise people, if you listen to what we say and it sounds really good, that's great, but then go and cross-reference, and I do it all the time.
Yeah, see, Zal says you ought to see some of the other channels smashing this stuff. They're really sour about it all. They are. There'll be a lot of people out there even calling themselves truthers that are dead sour, and they will try and smash this because they're scared of looking stupid, or they're scared of the people coming up the ranks, as they'd call it, and it does their head in, and they don't like it. But, it's not going to matter. I've said at the end of the day, all this shit has to be taken down. And when people realise about that, even on that side, who've gone to get truthers who are going against, so-called truthers who are going against truthers, it's like, well, you're all going to realise at the end of the day, then you're going to be friends again, because it's not us, it's them who control. And they've been controlling they've been controlling the truthing communities and the spiritual communities and a lot more. A lot of people don't know that. You really have to be careful who you are following. A lot of people are into, what was he called? Austin Steinbach. Even David Rodriguez was into Steinbach. He wasn't Q. He got arrested anyway. He was a piece of shit, basically, on my shoe. I didn't even know who he was. I knew he wasn't, because Q isn't a person on the internet talking out, showing the face. And it was shown that it wasn't him. So all the people, but see, there's a lot of people out there who knew this. They knew there was a lot of people waking up to Q, so they wanted to either cash in on it or just put out they were Q to get a load of subscribers, because that's all they're bothered about. Do you know what I mean? So you do have to be careful who you're watching. And a lot of nice people can seem really, yeah, exactly. Alex Jones, we all found out about him. He woke a lot of people up, but if you've really done your own work, yeah, so,
My cross-reference, what I'm thinking. I'm, as a spiritual teacher, I get a lot of downloads as well, and I will share what I got a few weeks ago, which sort of adds up to what's happening now as well. I don't know how it's going to pan out. I don't know whether what I saw will happen. But one of the things, and I was saying to Dave, who's sitting over there.
She does, JP.
Hi, Dave.
Hi, Dave. I had this really vivid dream about, when was it, about 3 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago? And it was all I kept seeing was lots of explosions, but they were like orange, tall, booms, but they were all together like a cluster. And it wasn't the UK, and it wasn't America.
It wasn't the UK.
No,
No, okay.
the UK wasn't in America. I don't think it felt like it was far away, so Middle East somewhere. Now, you could say, well, that's not unusual there, but it was the type of. It felt like somebody was putting something right. So whether they found something,
Which, funnily enough,
eliminate.
the Middle East will be put right and there'll be no arguing over there because this is about peace on earth as well. And once that side of the world is pieced back together, which it will be doing because that is to do with Israel and that stuff over there with the Saudi and, Muslims and all that sort of stuff, just saying, peace on earth, peace on earth. But people who don't realise about the real story of the Jews and the ones they want to shout out there about Zionists and all that crap that I've been talking about and saying you really need to go and research what all that is really about and the true Judaism. And when I was saying about Happy Hanukkah the other day and Trump tweeted out Happy Hanukkah, we're still in Hanukkah, it finishes on the 18th, it's the victory of light, victory of light. And then we've got the Great Conjunction in Christmas, good ass energy there. That's why I'm holding the light within me and I'm holding my vibration of light. Don't know what you lot are doing, but I am, because I know this is a window of time for the light and them energies that are coming in. I could not sleep. Is anyone having, what day is it? Saturday? Was it Saturday or was it Friday? Saturday. I've written it down somewhere. Oh my God, I think I had my eyes closed, but it felt like I'd have been awake all night. And even my fella said, you were just like moving all. I said, oh my God. I said, I didn't feel tired in the morning, but I knew I hadn't slept. Yeah, and we have got a new moon. Yeah, I said that the other day. The new moon. I said, that's coming in. So if you think about it, if you've got the new moon, we've got Hanukkah, the new moon, we've got the Great Conjunction, whatever you want to call that, Bethlehem start, Christmas. All that energy wrapped into all this time in December at the end of 2020. Do you know what I'm saying? You need to hold your light. It's very important. That's why I'm saying to people, don't flip-flop, hold your light. Because they're going to try and push a load of shit out from now to Christmas to make people's energy go down. You need to, this is why I say when you're aware of what's going on, especially with the mainstream media, you know to just hold your light because you know that's bullshit. And you know that they're trying to put you in fear. You are too woke, you are soon to be stopped how using COVID-19. I'm not going to be stopped. Why are you saying that? What you've just said in there, you sound like you're trolling. I know you're not, but why? I'm not having a vaccine. There are no vaccines. The vaccine is the military coming in as the vaccine to get the virus, which is the people that have been working for the shite asses. If you get what I'm saying, I ain't going to be stopped. I'm a cosmic warrior. What are you talking about? Having no vaccine?
I don't know, but
Have I been wearing a mask? No. Have I been wearing a mask since it started? No.
that's what I saw. Now, that was way before we
Well, people don't need one, do they?
saw any of this military movement. So now we have all this military movement going around. And if you cross-reference, people watching, you'll find there's ships, there's military ships, there's lots of aircraft movement. If you follow...
So funny you said that, Mark. Drink water and have salt. I have salt all the time. I have salt and everything. I have it in water sometimes, but I have pink Himalayan. People go, it's bad for you. I'm like, no, it's not, actually. Electrolytes, pink Himalayan salt. That's why they tell you not to have salt. It's like, not table salt.
Works on
I love him.
Oh, he's so good.
Great.
You'll see all the military movement. So there's lots happening. There's also the Russian ships in the European waters, blah, blah. I do believe Russia are good.
Exactly, Cheryl. Like Cheryl just said, they won't be forced. They won't need to. It's not.
With the downloads and stuff, I was like, that. I feel the China UN thing is coming in.
Yes, thank you, Emily April. Right, Dolly, it's not happening in my timeline. No, it's not happening in mine either.
Is this UN China thing going to be happening?
Yeah, I'm glad you've said that, Susie Q. Sleeping is really hard at the moment with the energies. I haven't slept since I got on Q, but Q did say that people who know won't sleep. But I think with all the energies going on at now, X time, everything, it is hard to sleep. And it's like, I don't feel tired in the morning, but it's like my eyes are closed, but I just don't sleep. Well, it depends who you watch Universal. I don't watch a lot of people anymore and I don't feed into a lot of stuff now, so.
So it looks like, and this is just my truth, again, going cross-reference, but it looks like
I
when
know who you're
something's
talking about.
announced, which, well,
We did do a video the other day about witches, though. Witches are needed. I thought, oh, yes, they are, these wise people. But, you know, some people do it because they feel that other people, it feels safe for them and they don't go into a meltdown. So, but like I said, I don't even look into that when people are wearing them now. I'm looking into people's true intentions.
fraud is announced, that's the only way I can put it. They are going to call in the UN or China troops. And that's why all this military stuff is all sitting there, because Trump is going to have to bring the
And the China troops can come in. America's bigger. There's more people. It's like,
military in to deal with it, and it's going to be done really swiftly. I've got no doubt it's going to be.
just like you said, it's going to be done swiftly. I believe this as well. A lot of people have been saying it's going to be done swiftly. They're not going to let people it go on for all this time with all the shit that's been happening anyway. It's going to be done swiftly. They've known about this for ages. They knew what was going to go down and how it was going to go down and what they were going to do and how they were most likely going to react. So this is why I said, people, they wouldn't be telling you to sit back and watch the show if they wanted everyone running around screaming in fear. Like I said, depends who you're watching.
Dealt with very, very swiftly, but it's going to scare a lot of people, I think. And it's just about you've just got to know the end. If you focus on the end, then we.
Well, there's a lot of gurus out there, and I'm not saying all of them, but I know there's a lot of gurus out there who act as if this, that, and the other, and we know that they've been corrupted by the other side. Do you know what I mean? I'm not saying everyone, but like I said, don't worry. Those will be seen in the light. The dark will be seen, and those will be seen as in. I don't know why everyone's calling everyone out. It's like all will be seen. You'll find out who's who and what's what. Anyway.
No, it all works out fine. It's like this greatest movie ever told. You know, the ending. You'll come out that cinema and you'll feel good.
I actually believe it is Trill. I actually believe salt is good for your electrolytes in water and stuff. Not table salt, but I do believe that, you know, a lot of the things they say we shouldn't have, and they did a lot of things with babies ages ago, you know, give them too much salt, blah, 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 whatever. A lot of times when they say something's bad for us, it means the complete opposite. I'm not saying it is. I'm just saying when you do look into things, you're like, But I always have a lot of salt on everything, but it is Himalayan I have, and everyone's always going, you're too much salt. I'm like, no, you are allowed to have salt. Salt is a mineral. Hello, we should be having more minutes. It's a mineral.
The movie ends in a really, really.
Yeah, I'm not actually into Alex Jones. I guess we'll find out. He was called out as a traitor. Whether that was because we did get told off Q as well. This information is needed, but he was shouted out as a traitor because I mean, yeah, he's brought a lot of truth to everyone. He woke up to me for a few stuff, and then I saw another side, and I was like, Meh. But like I said, I'm not fussed. It's a bit like David Icke. I wasn't into him, then I thought, oh, he's okay. Now I'm beginning to think maybe maybe he is on our side, but I'm not really bothered because, like I said, all is going to be seen and who's who and what's what, and some we might be surprised on either side. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying. I'm just sat back watching the show unravel.
We are going to have to go through.
It's coming. Remember, the show, a really good film always has a really good ending, and the light normally wins anyway. So I just can't wait to see how this is like.
Time and going back to the cube boards, we were
Yeah.
told all this. We were told what was going to happen to an extent 2 years ago, and we're now in it. So I'm now just waiting for those words, my fellow Americans, in a tweet from Trump himself. And when that happens, that's when we know we are right smack bang in that storm, because we're coming into it. We're not quite there yet. And everybody
thinks that they're in the storm right now.
We're not there yet. Everybody's getting in position for the storm to hit.
Because we thought it'd hit with the virus. It's not. It's about to. Yeah, I have iodine as well. Actually, I said to my fellow last night, I have iodine in water when I remember, and I have distilled water. And he said, what are you drinking? I said, oh, it's just me water with cyanide in it. I was meant to say iodine. Imagine if I turned around and said, do you want some of this water with what did I just say? Cyanide in it. He'd be like, what? He was like, oh my God. He said, you always get things mixed up. I went, yeah, no. Yeah, I was having my water with cyanide in it. No, with iodine in it. Honest to God. You know what I'm like? I was like, Oh, well, you know, it sounded a bit similar. Jesus.
Wait, my fellow Americans, from Trump, that's when we know it's all about to hit. So, so
And I personally think it's all going to be sort of boom-de-boom by Christmas. I think we're going to, Christmas this year is just going to be amazing. Going to be amazing. As in just people connecting, and that energy is just going to be amazing because people have been in the lockdown. Do you know what I mean?
it's really, I find it really, I find it scary because I'm human and I'm quite soft.
Yeah.
But I find it so exciting
It
because
is.
I've been told what's going to happen. Don't
Yeah.
quite know how it's going to happen, but
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah, and as Manda Moose says, on the 21st of December, when the sun goes down, outside, look to the south, and you should see a lot. I think we're going to see something. Yeah, interesting.
we knew this. We knew the
I
military
like
had
bigger
to
than
deal
the
with this.
what the
Now,
Bethlehem star of
Dave and I
the
sit here occasionally
Saturn and
go, "Oh,
Jupiter.
how do they know in advance? How do they know 2 years in advance or 3 years in advance?
Think about Christmas Chronicles 2, Bethlehem Star.
And you're like, well,
Because apparently it makes a light like a Bethlehem star, and I was like, really? And after all these thousands of years, I'm like, oh my god, can't wait.
I can't work it out. But it's brilliant. The chess moves are brilliant.
Yeah.
The way they're doing it is just genius.
It's genius. The executive order for me was genius. I mean, when I first heard about that Trump has got handle on the whole world, all the countries capitulated him, he's got control over the media. My kind of confusion was, how is this going to play out?
If you think it could have the control over the media, because if you've not been looking at bits of the media, like I said the other day when they put the thing out about, was it William Shakespeare's he's had a jab, and the whole thing of like, oh, well, you can have the jab, but it doesn't save you and it doesn't stop you giving it out. It's like, are people not, it's like Comedy Central. So I think they're trying to actually feed in all this crap to make people go, hello, are you listening? You sat here listening, but you're not listening. Because they're giving you all this stuff, you know, like, oh, the virus is disappearing for 5 days over Christmas. People still not waking up. They're telling you on TV of that, I don't watch TV, but that clip was going around Twitter or something. You can have it, but it's not going to stop you from getting in. It's not going to stop you giving it out. And it was like, what are these people on? So brainwashed, just sit there going, yeah, so I'll go and have it. Like, what for? They've just told you it doesn't do anything either way.
And how are they going to get everybody, like, to expose everyone? And it's like the sort of metaphoric saying, kill two birds with one stone. He's killed the whole world with one stone, and exposing them with just this executive order that came about from the whole Russia collusion and all of that. You know, their opposition was like, Russia, foreign interference. It goes, all right, then I'll put this order in, you know.
Yeah, and as Groove Dodger says, Q says it's going to be biblical. Q has always said it's going to be biblical. The Bethlehem Star. Yeah, not just that. It's like, you got the Bethlehem Star, that's biblical. Biblical means massive as well. It is a spiritual thing, as we know it's a spiritual war. That's why Q's coding is so layered, and it means one thing can mean so many different things, but the same, but all together. It's a biblical year. It's I can actually say hallelujah to God. Do you know what I mean?
Order in place, and this is how I'm interpreting it.
Yeah.
And you know, bingo.
Yes, Mark.
And for me, it was like, yes, because that really.
Yeah, Trump and Putin are the good guys. A lot of people shout Putin out as bad because they go on about like Russia collusion. It's like, no, it was China. Putin's been helping. They knew a lot of shit in their country. Yeah, it just makes me laugh.
How it's going to play out, Joanne, I don't know. And you know, with everything going to the Supreme Court, and I'm not the most
Divine feminine women here who know what's going on. We've got three. Look, three.
Is that whatever way it goes, whatever gets exposed, the main thing is that this executive order is going to expose everybody in the world because it's got those permissions to. So it's just now the dominant.
Yeah, exactly. Like Universal said, the first person to be vaccinated in the UK is someone who's 97.
Dominoes, it was just all those pizza things that they were trying to
So like I said, go and check out, because I'm not playing this all night, go and check out, I think it was Alpha Sonny's video, someone will put it in chat, Alpha Sonny, and that was with Jo Hull, gives insights and wisdom, because I think she's into spiritual stuff, and I think she does stuff with animals, not checked the channel out properly yet, but it's beautiful, do you know what I mean? You got a lot of people in chat saying, cheers, Dolly, off to get some sleep. Thank you for coming in. Any newbies, thank you for coming in as well. What's December? Susie Q saying December dates for astrology events. Yeah, 2 a.m. in the morning, 14th to 17th, Jupiter and Saturn star to align. I can't wait. The 19th alignment, 21st, the Great Conjunction. Keep positive and laugh a lot. Yeah, anything that keeps you in a high vibrational frequency, keep doing that. I've been saying this for months and months and months and months and months and months and months. Communist China is backed by the CIA. Yeah, they are, but they're going down. Do you know what I mean? They're not going to be part of, all that stuff. Good evening, Junior. So the old lady was doing hand signs in her. Yeah, I saw that. And then I saw another video where I didn't see it, but I just think, whatever. It doesn't bother me because I just think you all get seen for the shit show that you're putting on. Do you know what I mean? Trump is dismantling the CIA. Of course he is. Of course he is, because they were all part of JFK Jr. Not JFK Jr., JFK's assassination, but we also know who's the punisher for JFK's death, don't we? Dolly, have you seen President Trump's Insta post? There's a crowd of military and one of them dressed as a frog. Oh, you're joking. I haven't. I've been watching nothing, but I'll probably see it thrown somewhere. Could be you know who. Oh, it just gets funnier and funnier. Dolly, thanks for holding the light. You're welcome, Effie. He is really the commander-in-chief. He is, Maggie Ray. Yes, but the thing is, look at me. I'm so calm with what's going on. There's people just freaking out everywhere. I'm like, I can get in debates about it with people, but I'm just like, it's such a masterful plan, do you know what I mean? It's just ace. But like I said, I'm just sat back chilling. I pulled some cards today as well. I'm not going through all of them, but one of them that came out was this one, and this came out the other day, if you remember, and it says self-sabotage, poverty consciousness. There's a load of people, the prison waif, there's a load of people who feel imprisoned in the minds, I would say, and they've gone in the self-sabotage, and I'd say victim mode as well, and the poverty consciousness of this isn't happening, it's false hope, it's scary, it's fear-mongering with self-sabotage, and it's like, nah. And then I asked for a card to go over that card as the main answer to this card, and I got Medicine Guardian, and it was be open to healing information. Who are you listening to? If something's making you feel bad, I doubt it's the right thing you should be watching. What people are bringing you up in a frequency, because it's very, very healing, and we are going to heal from this self-sabotage, poverty consciousness, because it is all about our consciousness. It's a war on our consciousness, and it's green, that for heart chakra. The people who are putting the true intentions out there, anybody who's fear-mongering, and I'd even say in the truthing community, in a sense of shouting and screaming it out, you can still talk about stuff. I've talked about certain stuff. I'd be just very careful. If you're vibrating it, like you come off that channel or whatever you're watching anywhere, or someone's talking to you and you come away thinking, oh my God, I've gone into fear, and I'd just say be careful. Open your minds, do not fear, it will be good. Yeah, and that's the time I'm on. I'm not on no, I've had people trying to bring my frequency down on here, and I get people trying to do it, outside, and I don't let them, Like I said, there's a lot of people projecting. I've been watching some right funny things go on with comments and people doing the whole self-sabotage, poverty conscious thing, thinking that they're having something taken away from them because other people are talking about other stuff, and people are liking certain people, and it's just like, what is going on with people? Well, I know what's going on, but it's just like, whoa, a war against our consciousness. Yes, it is. It's been that for very, very, very long time. And that's why I say, if you're aware, and then you can work away from that, and you're working with yourself, because the time was given in the lockdown for you to work on yourselves and to get into that space of knowingness and knowing. I don't sit on the fence with anything. Some people say, well, I just sit on, no, I don't sit on the fence. I've chose my side. And people will say, well, if for all the people who are into spiritual stuff, Dolly, you have been right for years. Thank you for everything. Thank you, Nick. I'm glad someone's come over and that's not me being big-headed, but the people who've watched me talk about this for a very long time and hold strong, people, the trolls out there be looking at me now going, oh, you just think this and that and the other. I'm blowing my own trumpet. I have. I'm quite proud of myself. I look back now and I'm quite proud of how I don't have to do this. I didn't have to come out, and I was talking on YouTube anyway, but talk about the queue and all the ridicule I've had, and not just on here from friends, family and everything. As most people know, that's what you get. And talk out so strongly about what I was talking about, even when I was talking about this quite strongly when I was really insecure. You know, I've calmed down a lot now because I'm on my working with myself, still working on myself like everyone should be doing, because that's what it's about. And I'm like, go girl. Talking to myself, go girl. You know, you're getting lots of support, and I don't just mean off people on here. I'm talking about support from other realms, if that was what you want to say. I could say ancestors, beings, whatever, angelics, whatever. That's how I see things. If you're not into all that, that's fine. But I actually am, because I opened up to more of that through this whole thing. I'm on my path. I'm on my course. I know I'm on the right course and going in the right direction, because I have a lot. I'm talking to a lot of beautiful people, inspiring people. Just things that happen are good. So if it's good, I know I'm moving in the right direction. If it wasn't, I would be having shit situations, talking to shitty people and having really bad experiences, because that's how the law of, the law of the universe works. And what you put out is what you get back. And if you're in the consciousness of helping others, because it used to be years back, and it's funny because I just heard someone talk about the Kabbalah and talking about this, I thought, well, I know that. It used to be ages ago for you. It's not. I put out now, when I'm asking for something for myself, that whatever I'm asking for, others receive it as well. So if anything's for peace and abundance, whatever it is, it's for everybody as well. It's not just for me, it's for everybody as well, because that's what it's about. And there used to be people who said, oh yeah, well, it's all this, it's all this, well, sometimes, Cheryl, we have to shout out about a few things, but yeah, I know what you're saying. It's all this, oh, well, you've got to like not look at that, and you've got to like, it's not about, good and bad. Well, it is about good and evil, and it is about taking a stand now, and it is about making your choice, because once you make a choice, when this all comes out anyway, there is going to be a choice, and it'll just be a choice of people. I personally believe, well, you've got free will, but I think most people's free will are going to go to the light, and they're going to want to work together. So it still works at the end of the day. I'm not sitting on no fence. I'm not being unbiased. I'm standing with my truth. I'm standing with the light, and that's it. I'm not sitting watching to see whose side's winning so I can jump on the bandwagon and get most and be like, oh yeah, well, no. I stood strong right from the beginning of this, and I've done it all the way, because that's the sort of person I am. When I believe in something, I believe in it. And that's that. Yeah, Trump is not resisting, he's in charge. Exactly. It's been a spiritual fight, seeing the evil. Oh, it has, Mark. And it's been brilliant though. Sometimes you're like, you wake up, what is this world? What, like, who, what, like, is the reptilians here? Have they, what is that stuff? Is this stuff going on? Is David Riker? Is that, it's like, oh my God, like, where are we? Where do we live? Who are we? You go through all of that, but it's absolutely brilliant. We all have a choice. We all have to make the choice. Yeah, and I believe that this is a time. This isn't the time for fanny assing around. This is not the time now for sitting on the fence. This is the time now, because we are in a war, of consciousness, to choose a side. What you stand for. I've said this before. You will be seen for what you stood for, even if you come over, which is brilliant because a load of people will, but you still will be seen for the side you stood on, and who the people that you went after. So all them people out there have been going after people, and me, been going after me as well, coming out with your silly videos. You will see. But that's okay, because we'll all be like, look, it's okay. Got a few things mixed up, went after the wrong people, because we're not those people. But this is why I've said it's not about the unity. I mean, yes, it is about the unity consciousness, but there's a lot of people out there going, it's unity now, it's unity. No, it's not, because there's still shit going on. When this gets broke down properly, which it is going to be doing, and people see the truth, because they're not all seeing the truth, even people in certain communities, when they see that, then they'll be like, oh, okay. Then there'll be true unity, because there's a bit of false unity going on at the minute. Like I said, because there's things that got into those places. So the shit has to be seen for the actual proper unity to come together on every level of the divine, the feminine, masculine, left brain, right brain, non-physical realm, physical realm, and all that stuff, because it's all the same at the end of the day. And that's how I see it. And it has been an do you know, I can't believe it's been since 2017. We never thought we'd get to this point. Well, we knew we'd get to this point, but it felt so long ago in 2017, 2018, like, oh, when's this coming? And that's why we used to get things a little bit wrong. To be like, it's this year, it's this year. And that's why everyone goes, it's every year though with you, it's every year. Even my fella said, oh, it'd be next year and the year after that. I said, it's not, because we can see what's happening. It's all for now. That was all put in place for now. All that was rolling out for now. It makes so much sense now. Future proves the past. Yeah, now. Yeah, exactly, Mark. Future proves the past. That's what Q always said. When you go back now, right back to the Q post, you will see it's all happening now. And it's like, oh my God, I'm so glad we're at this space now. 2020 was 2020 vision. Loads of things were happening in 2012, and especially on the spiritual level of the Great Shift. Well, that's already happened. You could look at 2021 for the Great Shift. If you turn it around, it's still 2012, if you get what I mean. It's fractal heading towards a... Yeah, it's a pinnacle, isn't it? It's the pinnacle, and this is why I'm saying you will be choosing sides. There's a lot of people have shown, whether they know it or not, what side they're actually standing for. And I've clocked these people, and I'm like, well... You know, but like I said, we're not going to be holding grudges. It's not about that. It'll be about after. It'll be like, right, have you got over that now? Right, this was the truth, blah, 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 blah. Now, solutions and building on new foundations. That's what it's all about. The tide of the brainwashed masses must shift, exactly, because, I mean, just looking at the news and what they're putting out, people are still sat there going, no, and it's like, oh my God, it's hard, but it's beautiful at the same time. We're all here at this time for a reason. We definitely are, Effie. Yeah, well, science is alchemy, but there's a lot of scientists out there that don't put the truth out because they don't want to connect that bit together. The line has been drawn. It definitely has in the sand for a while, but now we are seeing who stands where. Definitely, Debbie, that is very true. And Trump never went over the red line. The beast system of the 200 years is being destroyed. Yes, it definitely is. For the people who can see, know exactly what I'm talking about. A Song for All, and We Are the Wind, has put... Have you changed your name about a million times? Oh, I can't think of it before. Has put a song in the chat. Evening, everyone, and Dolly, I have to say, I love this channel and the positivity. Thank you, Lizzie. I do get a bit of flack for it sometimes, makes me laugh. But as we're talking about positivity, let's pull a card out of my new self-healing deck, care deck, because we all need a lot of self-care. I keep saying this. So let's get a message from Spirit, Cosmos, whatever you want to say. Whatever word you want to say. So we'll ask, let's have a message for everybody in chat. See what we get. It's a great time. It is a great time. It's great. It's time to be alive. Law of the Sea. Yeah, Law of the Sea will be gone, exactly, because we've been on sea law and we're going back to land, exactly. Each country will be in charge of its land, exactly. The more you know what's going on, the more you understand. Oh, we've got this. Well, this is definitely what we need to do after you just said that, Maggie. We have got 13, which is a good number, by the way. It's not bad, like to try and make out. Connect with the earth. There's a lot of connecting with the earth going on at the minute, a lot of grounding. This is what I'm seeing a lot of people are not doing with all this flip-flacking about of, I don't know which way, oh, I thought it was this, I thought it was that, oh, I'm not sure within myself. You need to go and ground. You need to go and ground yourself and go within, and then you'll know exactly what's going on. Go and ground, people. Ground yourself. I'm feeling the good around me. Yeah, you're feeling a lot. Is that what's people's energy? What are you feeling at the minute? Thank you, Josh. So that's a message today. Get out in nature. Get out in nature and go and do some grounding. And if you can't, you can still ground from home if for some reason you can't. Just got to tune in. You can do little meditations, putting your feet on the ground. It's being Susie Q was saying a lot of people do at home, and just meditate. Meditate or visualize yourself with roots coming out with feet, going into the ground and connecting to Gaia, Earth. Some people see it as a white light. I see it as a white light or rainbow sometimes, and I see the roots going connecting with like an emerald heart in the middle of the earth. That's what I see Earth's heart as. That's why I think the aurora borealis is like the Earth's energy anyway. Said that quite a while back, but each to their own, you know. Even observing nature from a window. Yeah, even observe. If you can't get out, you can look out, you can visualise, you can just connect by looking at the birds. There's many ways you can do it. There's no wrong or right way. I sleep the golden wings on. Yeah. So how's everyone been sleeping or not sleeping? Yeah, I might be changing my name. I'm thinking of changing it for the new year. Maybe. You know, we've got to go with flow. We grow, we evolve. We'll see. I'm going to do a card from the Wisdom of Realms message for you lot in chat. And one from the ancestors. So we'll see what they come out as. Difficulty sleeping. Me too. Sleeping a lot harder lately. Haha. Not sleeping much. Yeah. I think it's all the energies in it. Definitely get out into nature. Go into the woods, the parks. Yeah, exactly. Slam dunkster. I love they won't go looking just in case they are wrong. I know. And that's the thing. I think, Lynn, there's a lot that won't look because they don't want to seem wrong because of their ego. And it's like, I have more respect for people who would say, and that's true because in chat it says 75 people watching and 57 thumbs up. Validations in chat. Numbers, people. Numbers. So this one's just flipped out. We have got, for the collective out there, the Dream Walker. Dreams, the collective good, illusions. And it's number 8. We are dreaming this world in for the collective good, against the illusions that are played against us. Don't know if you can see that picture because I know the lighting's not very good. Oh. And that's what I was saying before, matching up. Your meditations now and anything you're asking for to bring in, you know, because we are magnets with the whole attracting what you want, you're asking also for the collective. It's not self, it's for others now as well. Let me just do one out of the... And I've seen some funny things going on, you know, because I do like to show me tarots and me oracles. I've got more oracles than tarots. And I've shown them I've shown them in the past, so I've been showing them for quite a few years, but I'm just bringing them a lot more now with the messages. I've just seen some funny things going on with that with people. It's absolutely hilarious. I won't tell you what, but oh dear, you know when you're just observing what's going on within people. Oh yeah, I've got the oh no I haven't, I've got the earth magic ones, so see what earth magic is saying. Let's see what Gaia is going to give you for our message. There's going to be some new stuff I'll be bringing in the new year, so I can't wait. Don't know properly what it's going to be, but guess we'll see. I like to move and evolve. I may change my name, but if I do, I'll let you know. Pray for peace and calm of heart. Normally I can sleep 5 hours, but last night I hard slept. Woke up with lots of muscle aches. Yeah, well, I was like that the other day. I just didn't sleep. And then my son gets up early anyway. Ignore thumbs up, etc. This will develop very easily into a bigger channel anyway on its own. What do you mean, Cheryl? Do you mean... I think there's a lot of people out there who've got smaller channels who have, you know, certain thumbs up and, you know, I just think some smaller channels are bigger than they know, and some bigger channels we know why they're big because they're just put out there and half of them are false. And I didn't actually know people could pay for their own subscriptions. Is that right? I was like, what? Why would people do? Well, I know why people would do that, but I'm like, really? Really? Yeah, we are already in peace. That's what I mean. I don't put things out there to say, because we're already here, we're already on that timeline, we're already with the peace, because we are. And that's how you manifest in the no doubt, and it's already here. It's already here. You act as if it's already here. That's why you won't hear me screaming on about, oh, but it's like, it's already happened. It's already happened. It's great here, Dolly. Where are you, Alyssa? Let's get a message from the Earth Magic. Very relevant, you know, our mother. It's knowing. Yeah, it is knowing. Oh, we've got a few cards that fell out, not just one. Jeff Atkins sometimes catch awesome shows. Jeff Atkins. Thank you, Cheryl. I think I have a knowing, but I'll just let it flow. Do you know what I mean? Because yeah, I know what you're saying, and I'll just be like, we will see. And then we've got funnily enough, these cards have just come out. Movement, river, flow. We've had this before. Movement. If you're staying, I've said this before, in a stuck way of thinking, it means your energies are stuck and you're not flowing, you're not going to move forward. A river can't move forward if there is a dam in it, unless that dam gets broken over time. And that's sort of what's happening in people's minds as well. It's seeping through, but a lot of us are going with the flow. We're moving, we're evolving. That's why I say I talk about lots of things on my channel. I always will. In the new year, I'm going to be bringing a lot more of my spirituality. I'm going to be doing a lot more stuff because I'm evolving as a person. And this isn't because I wasn't into this before. Some naysayers out there who like to hate on me. It's my path, and whatever I'm into at whatever time I like that brings me happiness and joy, I will bring it to you. So if I wanted to start tap dancing tomorrow, or jumping out of a plane, I'll come and bring it. I'll come and bring it. I just read out your comment before, Dave, and I didn't get it. So I don't know if you were trying to shout out about something, because I thought you were. And the whole thing with Melania, I was like, what the hell is that with Putin and you know what I mean? It's all good, Dave. It's all good in the hood. What's going on? Military tribunals. It started with the military. It'll end with the military. And like I said, if anyone's just come in, Trump will be doing the Insurrection Act, which allows the military to work with the police and the US Marshals and so on and so forth. That isn't civil war. That's working with them to get the shite asses, and it's not going to go on forever. So just want to put that out there, and I'm not getting into all that. So the next one after that is ceremony. Well, funny enough, it says invocation. Can I ever say that? Invocation. You should be putting your intentions out and your little blessings and your invocations out. But like I said before, it's already happened. We're already in this timeline. There's already peace here, heaven's here. All that's already done. We know that with Q anyway. Q is not a psyop. Q is not a psyop. I don't watch that channel though, Dave, because there's bits, it's like I said, there's people I watch and people I resonate with. There's people who, that person sometimes says they know everything about that, wasn't really into Q that much. So be careful who you follow. I'm not saying that that's bad. I'm just saying I don't watch a lot of stuff anymore. I did all the research years ago. That popped up only this year. Do you know what I'm saying? Not saying it's bad. I'm just saying, no. That's just, if he said that about Q being a psyop, then no. I know, and I love you too, no matter what we have ding-dongs about. But what I'm trying to say, Dave, is it's not a psyop. It's only a psyop if you stay in the rabbit holes and you don't come out of the rabbit holes. Like I said, with the Insurrection Act, I've probably said that wrong. It's allowing the military. That's why the military about. It's allowing the military to work with the police for what's about to happen. Yeah, and that's why I don't even know that that's on, because I thought it had gone. But there's certain people I don't watch anymore, and that because what I've been trying to say, Dave, is to people, be careful who you're watching and following. But not just that, you're supposed to be chilling now. You're supposed to be healing. You're supposed to be watching the show, raising your vibrations with whatever that is for what's happening. Because we were just saying, Dave, we've got Hanukkah that's still going on now, which is a window of time for light, and that means victory of the light. You've got the full moon, a new moon coming. That's a load of energy. You've got to be in your positive vibes. We've got, the Bethlehem star, the conjunction coming, and Christmas. So we've got to bring this in the winter solstice and all this stuff going on. So keep your vibrations high. So we've got that going on. We've got a rebirth going on. It's not a reset. It's our reset, not their reset. But it's the Great Awakening. It's the rebirth. The rebirth. I mean, I can't wait till next spring. The rebirth of Gaia, where we go along with that. She is in the cosmic waters. So that's all. It's just amazing. Then we've got power. Power back to the people. Remember who said that? Power back to the people. There's a storm coming. I know we've been saying that for ages, but we didn't realise this is actually the storm. The storm. Power back to the people. Power back. And that was the last one, sorry, out of those cards. Power. Lightning. I just think of Nikola Tesla. Free energy. Who knew? Trump. Who knew? Yeah, but you see, this is what it's about, Dave, is there's a lot of people out there who are very impatient. And yes, it's hard. I mean, when I got onto not talking about the spiritual stuff, but the Q stuff in 2000, just the ending of 2017, beginning of 2018, we've had to wait all this time. But patience is a virtue. When you understand how it's all rolling out, you will understand why it's took this long. And really, what is it, nearly 4 years? It's not that long. What they're going after and what they've gone after and the amount of indictments and all the stuff that they've got and all the evidence they've got, this could have took years and years and years and years and years. You know what I mean? To get it all, but it hasn't. So the plan has been absolutely brilliant. This is why I say, people, just keep holding your light. Don't worry about what the fucking news are saying or anything like that. Just keep holding your light, especially around now till Christmas and beyond, because it's very important, the energies that are coming in and everything at the minute. You really need to be, don't get triggered by all of that. Do not get triggered by all that shitty energy that the mainstream are trying to put out, because we all know the reason why they're trying to put it out is to bring people's frequencies down, which, as we know, puts people in fear. And then I just think that's, you can get attacked by quite a lot. Do you know what I mean? So you really, really, really have to, sorry, just nosing at something. You really, really have to keep your frequencies up. Anyone who's shouting out fear, fear, fear is just, you know. I was just reading your text then, Dave. But I know, Dave, you know, I do fishing. Yeah, and you were doing your music and stuff. This is what I'm saying to people. Please stay in the things that you love at the minute. Do not be, even if you're watching channels and anyone's fear-mongering, I'd take no notice of it. Don't be put off by the military presence and nothing like that. We all knew, you know, Trump was asked in by the military. The military is part of Q. Q is a military operation. You know, just keep enjoying what you're doing. Keep doing your work, your shadow work. Keep, just keep in your light, which means anything you enjoy, keep doing that at the minute. Do not look at the news. They're just full of crap. This is a mind spiritual game. Yes, it is, Mark. It is. It's a spiritual war, and it's war on your minds. You know, with all the illusion that they put through the TV and all the mind control and all the well, yeah, all the what do you call it? Yeah, mind mongering. Do what you have you can do you what have you can what yeah do you what have you catch. You're talking to Dave. So it's like I said, and if you need to be evolving in these times as well, I've seen a lot of people around me, a lot of people on YouTube channels, and they're not growing. If you're not growing, you're not really knowing, are you? Because you should be growing all the time, and then you go into a next stage, and it is a bit like Q said ages ago, we're going into the next phase. Well, we are going into the next phase, and I'm going to go and get the thing that said, well, it wasn't Q actually, well, I don't think it was on Q, but it was a thing that was put out, but we are going to a next phase. We're going to a wonderful new way. Let me find that one. And this is where people get freaked out because they think it's part of the... Oh, and Amanda, hi, because Amanda's just texted me, said she's watching, but I can't see her on here. Oh, COD. COD? you know, when they think of a Brave New World, they think of the New World Order, and there is a program out called the Brave New World, which I've been watching them and seeing what they're doing, because that's why I watch stuff sometimes, because you want people to get all kick ass up and all like, oh my god, if they're talking about that with Q, it's like they're talking about you know, bloody the New World Order. It's like, no, it's not the New World Order. I love this picture of General Flynn behind. This was ages ago, behind Big Mike. Oh, we see you. Just saying. It wasn't that, it was... What am I looking for here? Don't know where it is. Actually, I took a picture of it. That's why I'm saying don't start wavering, people, because it is no good to waver. Um, And this Paul Boyes put this on the other day. There is no point engaging with people who still believe in the COVID fairy tale if they haven't figured it out by now, despite all the easily available and abundant, and there is evidence, they are very unlikely to be swayed by your arguments on social media. Stop wasting your time and energy with people. That was Paul Boyes he put the other day. Where's the... Oh, I think I deleted it. Oh no, there it is. It's there. Right. So we got the whole this was from Q ages ago. I think it was 2018. Yeah, 2018. Right? Future proofs past. We are going to show you a new world. Those who are blind will soon see the light. That's why I'm not worried. A beautiful, brave new world lies ahead. We take this journey together, one step at a time. Where we go, one we go, Q. Now I'm going to go and get the other thing that I like to read out now and again. This thing, it's a it's a really hanging pillow that I need to get a new one because the stuffing's hanging out, but it's like a pillow shaped like that, and you sleep on it that way, and you don't press your face, the hole goes around there, you don't press your eyes, and you don't get that sleep eye thing, if anyone knows what I'm going. It's called a beauty pillow. Yeah, it looks a bit like a, I don't know, but it's a pillow. It's just a weird shaped one. Yeah, you can put it around your neck, and if you fold it in half, if you can put it around your neck if you're travelling. But when it's out, because it's got two sides on it, I know it sounds mad. I just like to sleep on it. You're not like squashed in. It sounds mad, and it's like a silky satin thing, so you don't get like face wrinkles from your pillow. Not that I always sleep with it because I forget. So I'm just gonna go. But I know, she said, oh, it looks weird. I know, I bet you're thinking, what the freaking hell's that? We've got Rachel Pixie in the house. Yes, say hello to Rachel. She's not been in for ages. Just going to go and grab something. So, My pink book's coming out. Yeah, we've all missed you, Rachel. So, how have you been feeling? I'm going to read out the thing that popped up somewhere ages ago. I've read this out quite a few times because this is one of me, when I first got into Q, all the evidence, you see, I've got books everywhere, even my spiritual books. I was writing shitloads down, things falling out everywhere, see? And I had numerology done on, I probably wouldn't even know what I was saying now, JFK Jr., numerology. Oh my god, I read this now, probably like, what the frick does that, oh my god. Bad electricity currents, whoa, smart meters, everything, things written like bonkers, like a mad scientist, but that's where I was at that time. Most of us go through that, it's pretty funny. This story will be told for hundreds of years after, I tell you what, and loads of people, books written and everything, I believe. A lot of people said that, but I actually believe it. So, I'm going to read this out, and it's not written wrong, it's just the way it was said, but I'm sure this was the next phase, and that makes me think of, yeah, it makes me think of the Brave New World and the next phase, that we're all going together in this, you know what I mean, to a new world where we're going that we've never stepped into before, and that's why I think it's going to be amazing. So I'm good being busy with my, oh, that's good because you're keeping yourself busy, aren't you? So that's brilliant. Right, in 1909 we lost everything. My father caught on first to the Bilderbergs, then he caught on the NASA. He demanded to know who the Greys were and why they were here. They killed him. I strategically staged my own death, allied with the one person in this world whom I knew was honourable enough to trust, and begin to build the plan. And that plan is the divine plan as well. Penance is coming regardless of what you think. You are not yet awake. You do not know how deep this goes. If you knew, you would never sleep. I don't think any of us have, since we know. Many of you would never go on. You need each other. Yeah. You need every one of you. Learn to play nice with each other or be left behind. If anyone stumbles, pick them up. If one asks a question, give them the answer. This is how we grow. There's no more room in the plan for self-arrogance and self-importance. If you turn one away, you've hurt the plan. If you hurt the plan, you'll be left behind. We are watching, we see all. There are no secrets. You will never believe the files kept on every one of you. For that matter, you'd never believe where they are kept. Prepare for the next phase. Prepare for the next phase. We don't mean preparing for war or preparing for that sort of stuff. Preparation of the next phase of what we're going into with this whole new quantum thing, whatever you want to call it. Prepare each other. You are one. Where we go one, we go out. R, not Q. R. I love reading that out because I think, whoop. There's something else. Can't remember what I was going to say. Yeah, so I've still been having no sleep, but not tired. Still ringing in the ears. Still a bit shaky shakes of the vibrations in bed sort of thing, that thing going on. Jojo, I saw your picture, recognised you in Dolly's chat, but you had a different name. I'm not sure if you... Oh, are you talking to someone else? Deadpool is the legal way to change your name. Who's changing the name? Who's changing the name? Oh, it's Dave's birthday today. Happy birthday, Dave. I hope you've had a nice day. Hope you've got a big chocolate cake. Oh, you had them sleep over. This is why we're doing what we are, innit? For the kids. For the kids, for the kids, for the kids. So, right, well, seeing as it's Dave's birthday, me and Dave always have a bit of a spat with things now and again. But, you know, it's got to be said sometimes. Let's see what the self-care says to Dave. My new decks, we just pulled one out for all of us, which was Get Out in Nature anyway. But let's just see. Hang on a minute. For Dave. Just one. Yeah, everybody say happy birthday to Dave. See what the message is for Dave. Oh yeah, my dad's birthday. Yeah, it was. Yeah, I went to see my dad yesterday. Well, because these are women cards, it does say connect with your womb, but you could say nature again, so we don't really need to put that out. But we've got, for Dave, you need to be writing a gratitude list. I've been talking about gratitude. I write in a gratitude book most days. I was writing in it this morning. And abundance planning. Abundance planning. Abundance planning. So, I'm going to go. But like I said, people just need to chill the beans. Be careful what you're watching and listening to. It doesn't just mean because someone's got a bigger channel or they have a lot of people on the channel that everybody's right on the channel. Or that we're, you know, certain things. Just like Alpha Sonny just said with, I think it was Joe Hull. We get bits wrong sometimes. And, you know, but we know better things are coming. We know that. It's my birthday next year. It's my birthday next year as well. You know, you just got to be careful. That's why I don't watch a lot of stuff. I just stick to a few people now that I really, really, really highly resonate with. And that's that basically. But it's not just that. I'm doing my own work within myself as well. Tuning more into that sort of thing and doing the things that I love. And Effie's just put in chat, if you'd like to make a coffee donation to my channel as an energy exchange, please send it through PayPal using my Gmail, which is in the live chat. Thank you very much. I will try and remember to put it up after this because I always forget, but I'll have to wait for it to download first anyway. And like I said, I'll be on tomorrow night because it's Monday, Mindset Mondays. Obviously, I'm not doing any little booklet things. That was just a bit of a taste with little things. But I will. I know this looks like Jason or something. I will be talking about this though, of something you might want to do maybe over Christmas or in January or something, what I'm going to be using this for, and I'll be doing it over the next couple of weeks and showing you when I come back, because I'm only going to be doing a few more chats now and then I'm disappearing till January because I'm going to enjoy my Christmas. I'm not feeding into stuff on here. I want to get into the energies and feel them, and I want to have time out a little bit. I do this every Christmas anyway. I did it, you know, I disappear for a little bit, not unless something mega important happens or I film something important, you know what I'm a bit like, but I'm going to try and just go in. I just want to observe and experience my family and Christmas and the energy and everything. So I'm going to be doing a couple more videos and then that's it till after Christmas. And I'll just say, hopefully I'll see you all after Christmas and we can chat about what, you know, what's gone on then and, you know, how you're dealing with, you know, your own things. And you should just be getting used to that as well and being with yourself and bringing all that energy and learning that, you know, just in case there was any times of darkness, of things going down, whether that's happened or not happened, because there's a few things happen that we know we're going to be all right, you know. And it doesn't mean that I'm disappearing and not coming back, because I'll definitely be back with a boom in the new year, because like I said, I'm going to be talking about whatever I want to be talking about, going with the flow, bringing more and more the things that I like you see me doing tarot and stuff like that. It's going to be more and more, and I'm going to be doing more spiritual stuff in myself that I'll be bringing to all you that are interested, and maybe other things that will come with that, any ideas or projects that I'll be bringing in, I'll be bringing that as well, and trying to learn new things with other stuff that I want to bring in that my fella might help me with, just to help the channel move on a little bit. But it'll all be done in positivity and just the way I bring stuff with what I do, because as we move forward, even with all this stuff happening, we're going forward with new stuff and new ways of doing stuff. And, you know, It's me again, doing my path, but showing it to people, but just bringing my experiences for the people who want to listen. And that's really all it's about. And if it brings you up in a vibration and helps you through these times, because remember, we're going to be still seeing a lot of stuff. You know, and even if there's more good stuff coming with spirituality and this, that, which there is, we're all still going to be having experience of that and talking to each other about what this is. And, you know, you'll resonate with the people you want to go and resonate. It's not a bloody competition with people. You just resonate with the people you understand. There's a load of people on, thank you, everybody. There's a load of people, there's lots of people I have come across and that I like, you know, and we're all in the same things, but there's some people I like, but they've got good energy, but I just don't watch them because I just watch certain people with certain ways of doing things. See, it's even with like people who do tarot and stuff like that. There's people that a lot of people do it, but I just resonate with the people that I just like more of their vibe or just the way they do it. And there'll be other people that don't like the way, like if I picked a person, they'd be like, yeah, but I prefer this person, and that's all right because everybody's different. Do you know what I mean? So, and you know, if I start bringing stuff out, people might be like, oh, people do it this way, it's the wrong way. It's no, it's just the way you do it, the way you do it. So, hi Jeff. So, oh, you're talking to JP. So, yeah, you know, so you've got to mix things up and bring things in because you don't want to stay stale, as I've said before. People who are staying stale and have got blockages and are not moving and they're not evolving and they still want to stay in that area of, oh, let's just keep, you know, they're not really bringing anything new. It's like, yeah, but that gets boring, doesn't it? And the only thing I do want to say to people out there is when people say about, I've said it a lot, there's a lot of people, there's a lot of things we have to repeat. And I think Alpha Sonny or someone was saying that today, and I thought exactly that's what I was saying. People going about people regurgitating, people repeating. We have to repeat sometimes because a lot of this needs repeating. What was in the words that they said? And I thought, yeah, it does need repeating because people forget, you know, and it gives you a, sometimes when we're reminded, it's like, oh shit, yeah, I've not been doing that. I forgot that I was doing that a bit ago and it made me feel better. Or when I did that certain thing. So, oh yeah, I've just reminded myself again. That's the thing that brings my vibration up. So some people might say out there, oh, somebody's talking about, or Dolly's talking about something we all know about, or it's being repeated. Yeah, well, things have to be re-repeated and re-repeated because there's a lot of people moving up into their own power now and who are awakening that weren't awake before that wouldn't have heard the thing. So a lot of things still has to be repeated because if you think about it, there's a lot of people who are just waking up now, even in the spiritual sense, or maybe people that were atheists and coming into other realms now, and they need to hear this. And there's some people from years ago that may not be doing stuff now, or they may not resonate. They might want something that's a bit more update because things change and you can modernise things. And I just see it as, yeah, there's a lot of things that that a lot of us know, and it could be seen as repeating stuff, but a lot of it has to sort of be repeated for the people who are coming through as well. So it's still helping people. So people who say that is just like, get over yourself, you know, I'm going to still be repeating a few things that I've said a few years ago and probably this year. I'm always saying it's about healing, it's about healing. We all know that, most of us do, but it has to be repeated so people remember. It's like saying stop getting into the mainstream media, stop getting into mainstream, repeating it because people do. And it's like, stop doing it to yourself. Remember what I said about the card before? A lot of people are self-sabotaging yourself. You don't even need to do it. You don't even need to do it. Q led me to Dolly. Thank you, Lois. Q led me to a lot of you lot, so can't be a psyop, can it? If you lot aren't psyops, ain't a psyop. So I'm just reading a few of your... This is exciting, Dolly. What's exciting? Yeah, well, yeah, everything's exciting, really, and you've got to look on the bright side. Everything's just like, thanks for your help and patience, Dolly, from my heart. You're welcome, Dave. I know when you go off the track a bit, I know what it is. And that's why I always say to you, so when people who don't know, you know, if I've shouted out to Dave in the chat, Dave knows where I'm coming from. I just try to get people back on that track again. That's why I say, just be careful what you're watching. I'm not saying anyone's good or bad, I'm just saying be careful what you're watching, and just being a lot of concentrate on you at the minute. This energy in you is very, very, I can't put it out there strong enough how important it is at the minute. Red Pill Phil sent me to Dolly. Yeah, Red Pill Phil sent Rachel to me, and I've met Rachel in real life, and a coat is still here and a meditation cushion is still here, but she knows when this is over she'll be coming collecting it. We'll have to have dinner or something. But Rachel found me through Red Pill Phil, and Red Pill Phil lives around the corner from me. And it's just, this is what I mean about the people I've met. It's just hilarious. The people I've met is it's not a coincidence. It's hilarious. Your meditation cushion's still there, your coat's still here, and whatever was in your bag or whatever is still there, hanging up. Never been touched, never been moved from the peg it was on. Roxanne sent me. Yeah, exactly. Me and Roxanne are good. I'll have to speak to her soon, actually. She was in Manchester, but I didn't know. But yeah. So, him, and might have said hi. The convention I was at, and he was a DJ. So, and he knows about Q now, and don't think he did at the time, but he knew about other stuff in music. He's just bonkers. The people that I'm connected to are connected to them people. And then people have been on chats with other people that I've been on chats with other people, and all the same people. Do you think that's a coincidence? No. I mean, I'm only a little channel, and I don't have interviews with people on mine because I don't know how to do that yet. But like I said, new things in the new year, when I learn new things with bits of editing and stuff, just to bring people on and to do maybe little things that I want to do, new bits of fun things. That's all good. But yeah, it's just bonkers, isn't it? Hippie happy birthday. It's true, I was looking for more information on Q and wanted UK perspective. Someone mentioned you, Dolly. Oh, thank you, Lois. So, are you from America, Lois? You mean a lot to me, Dolly. I love that. It's a small channel. Oh, thank you, Trill. Yeah, I mean, I've been a small channel. I've never been bothered about getting numbers. It was never about, I mean, even people say, I'm not, I was going to say circumcised, but what's the word? I'm not, oh, you're from, London, West London. I'm not monetized, but even with stuff like that, when people go, oh, if you were monetized, people are trying to get money. If you're doing this, who knows? I might have a Patreon in the new year. Who knows? Something that could help me to help others. If someone's putting their energy out there, sometimes there has to be a little bit of an energy exchange. And if that's money, it's money. Do you know what I mean? But so many people come into certain things and they think that people are evil or it's not spiritual for us for certain things. That's like saying, oh, well, I might as well give all my paintings away and all my drawings and everything and just give it to everybody for free. Well, that's a bit daft, isn't it? Because it's not about that. They like to think, they want you to think that, especially in the spiritual community. It's absolutely ridiculous. Craft session, yeah. Oh, artists shouldn't be making money. Artists should be making money. It's from the divine creator coming through you, through your hands. But they like to say that to people. And someone said that to me today, and I was like, no, that is totally wrong. How long it takes to make something, if it's handcrafted or painted or whatever. And people just want things free these days. You know what I mean? We do give free stuff out. I talk a lot on here and always have done. And I sit here for a long time. I'm not just a 10-minute show, even when I try and say, and I'll come on for an hour and I don't. It's energy. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, I'm thinking of that. I don't know. I thought it was a YouTube thing. My son said it's, I don't know. You know what I'm like? I'm technical, bloody. That's why I need to learn a few things. Something like that. And that would only mean that I wouldn't be getting trolls on there. It's going to be people that would want to come over and actually do something, that I'm putting out. Is a talent, of course, that should be paid for. Exactly, but people out there think it shouldn't. And a lot of people out there, especially from that side of the brain, just want everything for free. It's a bit like when you say go and research, they want you to give them everything. It's like go and research yourself. But at least, with Patreon, that you're getting people that are going to value whatever you're putting out and are going to want that or whatever it is. I don't just mean me, I mean anybody, or whatever it is that you're doing, that people, would pay a little bit of whatever. It's like a magazine subscription, in it. Someone likes a magazine, that's what I see it as. You pay for that, or you just pay for it on the month you want it of whatever the video that is going out. If it was, an arting video or whatever it was, people do many different things. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. And people who say that are the people who just, get jealous because they're not thinking of something. I've noticed lately, funny things, a lot of uncreative people out there, and the way they just go around scouring for stuff and then try and throw it up on the channel it just amazes me. It absolutely amazes me with stuff that's going on. But yeah, when you charge for your artwork, exactly. Why wouldn't one? It's like when I'm making jewelry and stuff. Why put your time and effort into it and your intentions. So anyway, I'm going to go now, but like I said, I'll be on tomorrow, and then I'll be telling you about, I'm only doing a few more chats after tomorrow, and then I'm chilling out for Christmas and feeling into these energies. So I don't know what I'll be talking about tomorrow. You'll just have to tune in. And then I'm going to be doing a big one on something about this year. I'm not going to tell you what that is because I've noticed what's been going on YouTube with certain things, and I'm like, right, so I'll just keep that stum for now, and you just have to tune in. But like I said, hold faith, people. It's not false faith. What I would like to say to everybody right now, I don't know if I wrote it down, not that I need to remember what I was going to say, but at the end of the day, the one thing that is going to help humanity right now and has been helping humanity is the human spirit. And you could say the spirit that's coming into us, the spirit that's guiding us, your spirit, the human spirit that I looked out of my window today when I was sat up here doing my cards, and I just thought, wow. I looked out my window, people obviously with the Christmas lights up, not letting this year, you could say shit, but it's not shit, it's sort of good what happened this year, but some people see it as shit. They're not letting the motherfuckers get us down. They're keeping the spirits up. So at the end of the day, the spirit, when people wake up, the human spirit is what is getting us through, and it's the human spirit that will save this realm we are on, because that's what's happening. Because true human spirit, when you're in that spirit, you don't let anyone bring you down. You stand in your light and you stand strong, and that is it. And you don't let anything bring your spirit down. You just shine it brighter. The more dark comes, the dark's not bad, the dark pushes you to shine your light. We're talking about good versus evil, that's a real thing going on. But the dark, we have it all within us anyway, but the dark pushes you. People push me, it pushes me further to grow. So thank you to the whatever you are out there on this community as well that I've tried, but you've only pushed me to do more things and to grow. So brilliant. Cheers, thanks a lot. But it is the human spirit that is the true human spirit, you know what I mean, when you actually realise and you come into yourself and you're connecting always to your spirit, your higher self, the spirit that moves within us is the one that we will all be uniting with. Of like, we're not letting this bring us down. So yeah, I did swear, it's good to swear sometimes, just say fuck it, you know what I mean, as Mark Atwood would say, they don't like that, it breaks stuff. So it's like, yes. And you know I do now and again anyway. So much love to US cousins. Yeah, so much love to like all the nations out there who know what's going on. So wherever you're from, it's the human spirit combined. It's massive. It is absolutely massive. The God that dwells within us and the goddess that dwells within us. Do you know what I mean? So if you can't think of anything, feel into that. It's real, it's here, and this is what we're doing. So just keep the spirit strong, keep your fan getting tingles on the head, keep your vibrations up. I will shout out again and again and again. Oh, you're welcome. Keep grounding, keep getting out in nature, keep doing everything that keeps your vibrations up. Don't look at the news, because I'm sure they're going to be trying pushing out whatever they can to put people in fear. Keep your vibrations up. Like I said, we're still in Hanukkah till the 18th. We've got the Bethlehem's dying over the alignment of Saturn and Jupiter, the Great Conjunction. We've got full moon coming in soon. We've got Christmas. All that energy with good spirit. Can you imagine? Keep it high and really get involved in the observing at Christmas time and feeling that joy of family that you're getting together with, even if you haven't got on with them before, of being apart from them in the whole thing that's been going on, to just push that out. Yeah, light, love, frequencies, evil, good, you got the power, a lot of folks, and sometimes me too. Those are just words, but the words are energy, empowered with heart. Heart is the power, power don't you know. Yep, I've got the power. And what did He-Man say? I have the power. What did She-Ra say? Can't remember what she said. What did she say? He-Man said, I have the power. And what did She-Ra say? Because I'm She-Ra and I don't mean the modern one. What did She-Ra say? Anybody know what She-Ra said? I'm going to try and look. I got the power. That song's just come in. Free. Hold on. Hold on. There's a baby forming into a human body and the heart is the first organ in the formed body. Yeah, that's why I've said heart is like a brain, you know, that's where we feel from, not up here. Shira said, I am the power. Did she say it as well? Oh, did he say, I have the power? And she said, I am. That makes sense, wouldn't it? If you know what I'm saying. Shira. 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 Say. Shira. The Princess of Power. I'm trying to... Why is it not... We got the power. We got the power. I'm Adora. What? He-Man's twin sister and defender of the... Oh, was it twin sister? I can't remember. Defender of the Crystal Castle. This is spirit, my beloved steed. Fabulous secrets were revealed to me the day I held aloft my sword and said, for the honour of Grayskull. Yeah, I am She-Ra. But what did she say? Is that the new one or the old one? She-Ra. She-Ra saying. I don't even know where I'm looking. Oh yeah, there's the old one. She-Ra. Lois has just put it up. I'm just looking for it here. The Princess of Power.
Grayskull? For the honor of Grayskull.
What does she have to do?
No, my brother. For the honor of Grayskull.
Oh, and she's getting all that energy around her. Hang on. It's like us at the minute, innit? Women. Oh, bloody hell, whatever. And then I've got that song, that's just come in, so... I've got the power. Born 86. Oh, what is it now? Oh, I don't know. I was just thinking... I don't know what I was thinking. What was I just thinking then? I don't know. Probably getting tired now anyway. So, like I said, I'll go with the heart for now, but I shall be looking further. What we all saying? He-Man, I've got the power. She-Ra says, I am the power. Well, exactly, innit? He says, I've got the power. And the women say, we are the power. Because if you think about it, at the minute with the divine feminine coming into, you know, alignment with the, you know, it's been a very man-made world. That's why the women are rising. That's why there's a lot more women speaking out. That's why that divine feminine, that Mother Earth, everything. So that makes sense that she said that. He was like, I have the power. And we like, we are the power. Because we are, you know, we give that power. We birth. We actually birth creation. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Oh my God, Captain Caveman. Captain Caveman. Funny. Anyway, like I said, I'll be on tomorrow, so we'll be chatting again. Oh yeah, I forgot to show this book. I can't remember who it was that. Oh yeah, it's someone called Diana Cooper. If anyone's interested in his spiritual books and things, you may have read it or not. Received an angelic visitation that transformed her life many years ago, and it's called. This was just an interesting read because I am still reading The Women That Run with Wolves, which I'm going to do just for half an hour before I go to bed because it's just beautiful. And then I just thought, yeah, The Archangel Guide to Ascension, 55 Steps to the Light, it's just intrigued me. So, you know, I like looking at different things and making my own mind up about what's what and what's what within me. If it resonates, it resonates. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But I just thought, no. I get people saying yes, no, this, that, and the other, blah, blah, blah. I just said it's what resonates. And it was something I was watching on YouTube, and I just thought, yeah, you know, I need to get my nose ring back in as well, see? Keep forgetting if Sue's there, keep forgetting I have to put it back in because I did it myself. I'm going to have to get it back in. So, yeah. So, like I said, thanks all for coming in. And thanks for some of the new faces, pictures that I saw come in. But like I said at the beginning about Q, you know, it's not a psyop, it's only a psyop if you stay in the rabbit holes and you don't come out. A lot of people who don't realise what is going on with it and how multi-layered it is. But this is why I'm saying, chill out, keep eating your popcorn, watch the show. It's a movie being played out. It's not being played out for us. I mean, yeah, we're watching it. It's being played out for the sleeping so they can come to terms with stuff. This is why I say, stop arguing with people. Just chill out now. We're near Christmas. You want to be in that great energy. You know, we had a message off the self-care cards and it was, you know, grounding, get out in nature. So do a lot of that, and like I said, make sure you're grounded. Make sure you're grounded, people, and I will see you very soon. So yeah, thanks, Lois. Thanks to everyone coming in. Thanks for the support. I will be saying a lot of gratitude to you all. But like I said, we've got Christmas coming up. We've got quite a lot of strong new energies coming in. So keep thinking about that and the positivity behind that. And the world is waking up, people. So, you know, there's new things coming. And there's no better way to be than be, you know, look at things from a positive view and keep that timeline anchored down because that's how it works. So, yeah, thank you. Yeah, I will. And I'll see you also. Well, I'll see you tomorrow if you're tuning in. It will be about 8:30, 9 o'clock. Probably 9 o'clock, but somewhere around that time. Thankfully, no more tantrums from me. I found my mojo. Good, Dave. You know, it doesn't... I'm just like... You know what I mean? Just be careful what you're doing and you're following, but stick to the things that you actually love doing and try to, just narrow it down for a bit. And I will see you very soon. Where we go on, we go on. Bye.